Hello, everyone. Welcome back to MIRRORMOURN. It's been a little while since we've played, so hopefully we're not too rusty. We're looking to get into a pretty cool dungeon session here. Why don't you all introduce your characters, guys?
Hello everyone, I'm Warsor and I play Walykos, the level 9 half-elf ranger.
I'm Vince, I am playing Vapor, the wild magic sorcerer who's now also level 9.
I am Nick, I am playing Nokki, the level 8 Barbarian fighter.
I'm Adam and I'm playing Aygir, the Armorer Artificer, who's level 9.
Just a quick announcement before we dive in. I'm excited and thrilled and stoked. Just this coming Tuesday, my new Kickstarter is launching. I put a link down in the video description where you can go and follow the Kickstarter page. The book is called Monstrous Heroes, and it's going to be a 5e D&D book that is all about monster classes. I've been working on this for months and months and months, and finally the launch date's coming. So come check it out. Be a part of this monstrous revolution. Get ready to unleash these monster classes that are going to give you a whole new life and energy to your 5e campaigns. Okay, so the Siege of Holmesgate has concluded. The Battle of Holmesgate ended. There was not a very clear victory on either side. Some might say the Giants still have the upper hand, but you all have at least stalled them by causing a great collapse of the channel there at Holmesgate. That also has sealed everyone in to Haven Isle. But, you know, for at least the immediate future, that doesn't actually cause any impact. Without trade flowing in, yeah, that will eventually cause some issues.
If I may point out, if the Giants held it, there wouldn't be any trade anyways.
Mm-hmm. And there's also the factor of apparently, the mainland elves from Terra Morgana are going to be coming with their fleet. And also there's an army coming from Plethorus in the northeastern end of Haven Isle. So the counter forces are also mustering simultaneously. And everyone in Barnacle is preparing and suspecting that there will be a battle of Barnacle once the Giants manage to break through the rubble of Holmesgate. So there's a lot of tension in Barnacle, but at least the Giants did not accomplish a complete and devastating victory at Holmesgate and, you know, sail right on through with their vessels and their units. You all have been speaking amongst yourselves and with other key NPCs in Barnacle. And your priority is that you want to take the fight to Balvander. You want to go to his lair now before the Giants get better organized or get their troops here on Haven Isle. Before you go there, you want to do some final preparations. You want to complete the ruins, the fire, the lava dungeon, old giant ruins beneath the crumble. There's still that one lowest level that you never went to. And you also want to go out to the western coast, just beyond the cloud step, near the steam curtain, where you intend to meet with a topaz dragon in his cave. So, do you all have any specific preparations? Anything you need to do before you venture back down beyond your arcane sanctum into the sort of lift chamber that will take you deeper underneath the lava ruins?
Vapor did leave a trap of sorts. He's going to check to see if that trap was triggered. Mm-hmm. He had a scroll that let him place a curse spell that would affect someone that would enter it, so he's going to see if that's still there.
Specifically, just to clarify, you mean on the communication chamber route to that thing where people were talking to Belvander.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
you
actually,
all
no, it was
venture-
the entrance into the from the street into the sanctum.
So the
Because-
crack. Well, you knew there were other ways around.
Yeah, but he knew there was other ways, but he wanted to see if someone else knew of the place and was using getting in.
Okay.
So for the sake of clarifying for everyone, there's an above-ground section of Barnacle called the Crumble, which was an area of the old giant city that just it suffered the most structural damage, and it got turned into a blasted ruin. There is a stone that can be moved aside, and there's this crevice that goes down into some sub-levels. The characters have an arcane sanctum there, and then leading from the arcane sanctum, there is this little crawlway underneath that goes to some caves, and then as well, there is a corridor that leads to what we're calling the lava ruin. You guys explored it quite a bit. You just didn't go down to that deepest level, which required these like hexatiles to activate this sort of arcane lift. So, Vapor, your warding that you put up top at that very first stone to even get into the crevice has not been disturbed.
Okay. That
As
was
far as you know, the only people
orders.
that know about this entrance is your party, Corgain Makel, the ally who's actually a crystal dragon, the White Raven. I'm trying to think who else saw the place. It was Arachno.
Yes, Arachno is
Arachno.
familiar with it.
Yes, Arachno.
He's technically an unofficial member of the Vanguard.
And also Lami Lonstock, who leads or led the Crossroaders. He was
don't-
sort of...
He doesn't.
in a
He
side
knows of the
cave.
caves, but he
Yeah.
doesn't know of.
Yeah,
the
he knows of the
sanctum.
caves
This
that kind of adjoin to that crawl space that then come up into the acid trap
Yeah.
chamber of your
Right.
arcane sanctum.
Yes.
Oh, I see. He came in from the other side.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, I do have something, my prep, I'll make it super quick.
Mhm.
Could I learn another ritual? While we
What-
were resting and such.
What ritual are you looking at?
I would love to learn, I can now learn telepathic bond.
Telepathic bond. I'm showing it's a 5th level spell.
Which I believe 9th level characters can learn. It's half your level rounded up.
I thought
if
it had to be a
here,
spell that
I'll-
you could cast, like of a level you could
Nope.
cast.
Ritual caster, you don't even have to be a caster to be a ritual caster.
Oh, you have the feat ritual caster.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Sorry,
Which,
I blanked on that.
That's okay, I'll just paste the relevant bit here. The spell must be on a spell list for the class you choose, and the spell level can be no higher than half your level rounded up.
Rounded up. Yep.
It must
okay.
have the ritual.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why
Sure.
now I would like to
you
learn
have
this.
you have consulted at the Storm Tower with Duncan, Mantevale, and Crispin Hallows, and gotten familiarized with this telepathic bond ritual.
Fantastic. I will pay the appropriate amounts for learning it. Whatever you need from me, Esper.
I don't know just right off the back of my hand.
It's 50 per level. It's like 250.
250 GP worth of,
Yeah.
of magic
And
components.
2
Okay.
hours per level, I want to say. So it's like it took me a whole
Mhm.
8 hours to learn this ritual. But
Very well.
that's kind of what's happening during our rest, during the downtime preparation.
Yeah, makes sense. I imagine you'd have a day or two before you delved. Are there any other preparations, anyone?
That's my prep. All I need to do.
Okay, so you have rested up at your arcane sanctum, and then you go down the long corridor back into the lava ruin, and you go the opposite direction from the way that leads to the gauntlet, and you go, I guess it'd be like a southwesterly route, and you step into this rather large, this was made for giants, hexagonal shaped chamber, and there's this activator on the wall, and you have 2 tiles, And as best you figure, this was only going to it's only going to work if there's only 2 people in here.
Correct.
Does anyone have a preference of who's going down?
We definitely need to order this properly just in case.
Okay. Can I make a suggestion?
Please.
Vapor has Dimension Door.
Good call.
I think he needs to go down with the first group and stay. Because if something happens, he can Dimension Door out as well. And when we're leaving, he should be also the last one. Because again, first you go up. If something happens, he can pull someone out.
Well, okay. So, that being said, you and Aygir tactically, because one of you has to stay behind, which is going to be Vapor, and then Aygir will come back up with his tile, and he'll bring down me, or presumably, I would say go bring the Nokki down, just so that you have a tank or something if you need it.
So you just have the 2 tiles, so it'll be like 2 people go down, one comes up, 2 goes
2
down,
go down. One
so
comes up.
it's going to be Vapor, Nokki.
Yeah.
No, Vapor and Aygir.
Vapor and Aygir go down.
Aygir comes up.
back up. Aygir takes
Nokki and
Nokki
Aygir.
down. Aygir comes back
Aygir
up.
comes out.
Aygir and Walykos. Yeah.
Correct. Because this way I'm up top, just in case we get ambushed up top, because that could happen just as easily as someone down the bottom.
Yeah.
I will be ready up top. Me and Aygir are pretty solid if we get ambushed on the last visit.
Aygir and Vapor, you go in, set the activator, and there is a rumble all around, a vibration, and you feel the floor begin to descend.
Point of order, would everyone be okay if I took 10 minutes before we do this to set up the telepathic bond?
I think
Ritually.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Vapor would definitely like that.
It'll last 1 hour, which could be our entire time down here for all we know.
Mhm.
And this way, even when we're apart, we can report to each other and tell things. So I go ahead and do that.
That's
Esper.
actually perfect, especially with Vapor volunteering to be the one who stays down there when Aygir comes back up. He definitely wants that just so that way they have lines.
All right, so you all can speak into each other's minds.
For the next hour, yes.
That's very helpful.
Thought it would
Vapor and Aygir, the floor rumbles beneath your feet and you feel yourselves descending. And the platform comes to a stop at a lower area, of course. And you see out in front of the opening of this lift chamber a squarish room with strong blocky masonry composing its walls, though with some signs of damage. There's bits of rubble that has collapsed through. You see to the right-hand side of this chamber, I can share. Oh my goodness. If you guys want to look on my shared screen, I know I've got all the tokens there, but we'll just imagine that there's only the 2 of you for the moment. And I'll switch this over for everyone who's viewing. Okay, there we go. So this is what I'm describing. So you do see it has some structural damage. You see to your right-hand side, there are some ascending stairs. And then beyond, the area opens up into a natural cave-like area with a vein of magma. The air is hot and stifling.
You guys probably hearing through the bond, Vapor's going, oh, I'm so glad I got that freaking fire problem dealt with. And it's already stifling down here.
Yes,
Fire problem.
Quiet down up there. We'll take you down next.
There is just some bit of ambient noise from this magma vein. Otherwise, it's quiet down here.
Is it like a natural quiet or an unnatural quiet? Like stillness?
It seems natural.
Okay.
Okay, so with nothing, immediately rousing your concern, you bring your other allies down, and the four of you are joined here. Looks like no one has been to this place in quite a while. All that pretty much matches up with what you expected. There are even some bits of old tools and carts. Reminds you somewhat of a mining operation. What do you guys do?
We've
We
all gotten
all-
down here, right?
Did the back and forth go smoothly, Esper?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, without
that
incident, all
case-
four of you are gathered.
Let's proceed. Keep an eye out for those headstone pillars that spit.
we'll
Things.
we'll
we
we'll
found
cautiously
Yeah.
move forward.
I
we
said
found a
think the
couple of those
stairs.
upstairs.
Not much use.
Well, there's also
jumping
those
into
change ones we
molten
need
rock.
to watch out for as well.
Let's move to the corner, peek around the corner, up the stairs, see what we can see: creatures, traps, so forth.
Okay.
And
Do you move as a
Yes.
group or does someone scout?
I think one person should go first because, like, if there is something, then it's better for one person to take it than all of us.
I am happy to go ahead of you. You guys can be like a little bit behind me, and I have telepathic bond, so we're not communicating verbally, Esper, in case the stealth check is required for that. I'm just,
Mhm.
I would be more close to the wall, like to the left, peeking around the corner. Does that make sense, Esper?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you're just waiting to move me there.
Just erasing some
All good.
darkness.
Fog. Yeah. So he would be exactly perfect.
Okay, so you're looking about. The area has some ambient lighting due to the magma. So you can, with your dark vision, you can actually see quite well where you're standing. Though you imagine if you get too far away from the magma, the dim light will just fade away to darkness. And you peer up there. Again, everything is pretty still, pretty quiet. There are some large columns that have etchings in them, concentric geometrical lines.
Okay.
And you're a pretty perceptive fellow.
Very
Um,
perceptive.
There's a faint hum coming from these columns. Quite faint.
Sounds very trappish. Almost like another column that I remember from somewhere.
And that was an obelisk, not a column. That's the
Fair
difference.
enough. Fair enough. Telepathically, I communicate what he sees to everyone. There are these columns. I think, Aygir, we need your eyes on this. They might be either magical artifice or some sort of giant rune magic on these columns. I can hear a faint humming coming off them.
Yes, let me look at it. Let's make sure it's not going to explode upon us.
I'm
He'll,
going to...
sneak up.
Yeah, I tell him I'm going to move a bit to the south to have a look at the lava, because I can't see on the map right now, Esper. Yeah, exactly. Could you give me a little bit better? Okay, thank you. Okay, it looks like we can go to the right a little ways as well.
It does seem that there is a tunnel to both sides.
The left, yeah, I
Alright.
see that.
A way to go, yeah.
And he'll have his staff and shield in hand ready to, defend if something comes sneaking out from either.
Aygir, you're looking up at these columns. They're really massive things, and the architecture down here matches everything that you've seen in the upper and lower reaches of Barnacle, or what's called Barnacle nowadays. This was all crafted by giants, and they had many dwarven slaves that were like labor force. So the ceilings, they reach up way, way high, and these columns, they go up, towering above your head, and various geometrical lines and concentric patterns. Walykos said that there is a faint hum emanating from these columns.
Well, so first, can I get any idea of where that hallway that points down on the map goes? And if it's like, can I tell there's
Here?
light from there as if it leads back to the vein of lava, or does it seem to like go over it or something?
This seems to be end of this passage.
Okay,
There we go.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So then the columns are humming, and you said there are concentric rings?
Yes,
How is that
along
again?
with other geometrical lines patterned on there.
Okay.
Nothing
These are just-
stands out. Nothing stands out as an actual face or figure. All geometrical.
Right, and these are carved into the columns. They're not.
Yes,
They don't look like seams.
correct.
Hey, Nokki, come over here by me just in case. That way you're closer to anything if we get ambushed.
Yeah, I will head over there. I mean, I'll head over next to a Walykos.
Yeah, I want him on this side because it's closer to the tunnel /
Yeah,
lava. And we're still equal distant too if something comes down these steps.
All right. Well, Aygir will pick a stone, just like a pebble off the ground, and start doing some tinkering with it. He'll kind of, take out one of
Do
his
you
tools.
want just
there's
a-
a little tiny.
Do you want a
pick, and just
throwing
kinda-
stone?
He's doing. Wow, it's been a while. What's it called? It's magical tinkering. He makes an object.
That does the little,
Yeah, he's going to make it sound like the lava, so it doesn't seem like it's unnaturally moving in here, and then he's just going to throw it lightly out into the area between the columns just to see if anything happens.
Okay, you toss it out there. The stone skitters without any effect.
Okay.
Pick
Right.
up, go ahead.
If it's a trap, it's not that kind. I think we might be good to move closer.
I
It's-
can
it's-
detect magic if that would help.
I think detect
Couldn't
magic's
hurt.
good to have up and going if you want to ritualize it.
Unfortunately, I don't think Vapor can cast it. as
Oh,
a
that's
ritual.
right. You can't ritual. Uh,
It's just a first level spell.
yeah, it is just the first level, so up to you.
Yeah,
You got sorcery
at least
points.
for this situation, would probably be a good idea.
Yeah, just keep it running as long as you can. We might have
Which I
more
believe
use
is 10
for it.
minutes. For.
Correct. Yeah. I'm going to
And
pick
I
up
just
3
checked,
stones.
no all magic surge.
Okay. Aygir,
So Vapor is
Aygir,
cast.
Vapor. Yep,
Yeah.
Vapor. You cast out with arcane senses, and the range on it, I believe, is 30 feet.
Yeah,
Yes.
that sounds right.
Okay. Well, there is some, latent magic in the lift, but nothing beyond what you expected. Just some kind of like subtle transmutation that allows it to go up and down. Where do you want to go and reach out with your detect magic?
Towards these columns,
Towards the
just
columns?
to
Okay.
see if he could feel anything coming off of it.
Okay. So, let's see, you head here, and I imagine you're going to want to stay like as far away as you can. 30 feet is the
Yeah.
range?
Yeah, let me double
Okay.
check, but I believe so.
I think it's 30. I think it's just kind of 30 feet in any way around you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you take a few steps, right? You step up to get just within 30 feet of the column, and as soon as you get within 30 feet, there's like a sonic pulse. Make a Constitution saving throw, Vapor.
Ah, darn it.
Knew it.
That is not good. Saving throw. That is an 11.
Sadly, 11 is not enough. The shockwave kind of radiates out. You're the only one who's in it, and you take 10 thunder damage.
Okay. Was he able to pick anything up? with his
You will.
tech?
Go ahead and roll your concentration check. We'll see how much time you have to be picking.
What's the
No,
concept?
my spell drops. Yeah,
Oh
as soon as
my
that
gosh.
drops, he
All right.
pulls.
So
Get
yeah,
it back.
you're like, yes, there's magic. So
We see that.
yeah.
I imagine he also kind of gets pushed backwards from the hit.
If you want, you can, stagger back a bit. It doesn't
Yeah.
force you back like part of its effects.
Well, no,
but-
mostly because from the hit and him losing the spell
Yeah.
because he lost concentration. I was like, oh shit.
I
All right, you
think there's some magic over there.
I think so too. The 3 pebbles that I picked up that I was telling Esper about, but I didn't want to interrupt him. In his hand, he kind of like does this thing with them, and they become magic. As I cast Magic Stone, I'm gonna chuck a Magic Stone, which has a range of 30 feet, or 60 feet rather. I'm sorry, at one of these pillars, like an attack, to see if it actually damages it or does anything.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Sure. +9. Does a 12 hit. I rolled really badly.
No. Now I imagine you actually
Hit
make
it, but
contact
it
with
glances. Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing clacks off of it, and as
Second
soon as you
attack.
assault it like that, it
Yes.
focuses a sonic boom right onto you. Make a Constitution saving throw.
It can do it from that far away?
Yep.
Well, I believe I have at least good cover there.
Yeah, it's like the same trajectory as your stone. It just like this sonic boom just ricochets right back to you. Focus
What's-
just onto you.
It's a concentration. you
Make a
said?
con save.
Con save. And it's... Okay. Oh. +2, 17.
That's a success. You take half damage, which is 22, 11.
Okay, 11.
11
Then... Wow. Okay.
Perhaps we should stop doing these things. It seems
Yeah.
like it's hurting you both fairly much.
I would, definitely attack it from much further away. It might have a range if we're going to continue, but let's
Well, if you want me to test that, I can get pretty far distance.
get out of its direct line of fire. We don't need to go that way. We have other options.
Yes, perhaps testing it anymore is. We shouldn't do that. We should make sure we're out of range first.
I have a thought about what might do a little bit more damage, though.
Oh, I can definitely shatter it. If that's
I
what
was
you're
going to
thinking.
say, yes. I was going to do
Well,
the same.
You'd have to
That's
do it
what-
in such a way that you're not going to get hit, hopefully. So
And we don't know what the range of these things are.
we know it's at least however far I am from it, which I assume is further than 30 feet, Esper.
Yep. The pulse wave seemed to be a 30-foot radius, and then the focused one, you don't know. It's
Was at least,
yeah, at least
how
what
far
it
am I?
was. Yeah.
All right, let's move down and take a look at our other options, guys. I don't think
Could be difficult to cross, but yes,
Well,
there's
there's-
something over there.
no. There's 2 different ways we can go that don't require crossing.
There are, yeah. I see that.
Everyone make
So
a
le-
perception check, if you would. This is hearing.
Sure. That's going to be a 24, Esper.
That's going to be a natural 1, which is
That
a
will not
4.
get it.
9. Vapor's still a little peeved at the spell
Yeah,
failure.
you got like, "Ee," like your ears ringing.
Yeah, he's like rubbing his ears, and it's like, God damn.
I don't think he's as good as Walykos, but Aygir rolled well enough that he also got a 24.
Okay, Walykos and Aygir have succeeded. There is a sound of movement. It sounds like
Mechanical.
maybe people or maybe creatures. It definitely has that sound to it. It's not like stones falling on the ground. So there's some movement. It's fairly quiet. They're not making a lot of noise. It's not banging around.
Where
it's
is
to
it coming
the
from?
northwest. What you hear it kind of slight, like a slight echo down this corridor here.
All right,
So
I
that's
hear
like a
whispers.
reveal.
We hide now.
Oh, you don't
No,
have to whisper.
we don't have to whisper.
Oh,
Telepathy.
sorry, that's right. He telepathically says, we hide now. Maybe with any luck, whatever it is will get caught up in the pillars.
Come down to us. I say telepathy. Come down to this side.
Yeah, we do that, or I give
Sure,
us that.
sure. Okay, so you all are gathered here at this part. You can certainly feel the heat from the magma more here. It's pretty hot. You kind of feel like you're standing next to an open oven door.
Okay. Is there any other noise after that, Esper, or is it just that one noise and then done?
Sounds like something or someone is drawing close, and they're moving quietly. They're not making much noise at all. Just kind of a quiet sound of movement.
I'm going to watch the corner where they would appear and poke their head around to look
Yeah.
if
Does
they're
it
being
seem-
stealthy.
Seem like it's continually approaching, or is it
Yes.
moving closer and
Yes.
then further? Okay.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
that's
You're probably footsteps. Again, they're being quite quiet, so it's not like you just hear this constant noise. It's just
I would
I
also
heard something there, and then I heard it again, a little closer now.
Since we have the time to do so, I suggest we all make a hide check so it doesn't just automatically
Yes.
know we're there.
Yes, that would be wise.
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay, so the party posts up here using this wall for cover and hides and waits to see what happens.
what comes exactly? Because it's being stealthy. I'm watching also, Esper, just so that you can't say that I wasn't. I'm looking up at the ceiling to make sure it's not like creeping along the ceiling.
All right.
So-
He said it sounded like footsteps. I would hope it sounds like something different if it's capable of that. You know, like scuttling.
I assume nothing.
Oh,
I only specify just in case.
sure.
So stealth check. Yes, Esper?
Does do you guys?
So
do you guys
don't
know-
don't roll it yet, but we'll know that you guys are doing
We're making stealth.
your best to hide yourselves.
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Everyone, go ahead and make another perception check. This is again listening.
Makes sense. We're actively trying to perceive, yes.
Hey, that's an 18 this time.
I got a
Aygir
19.
has a 16.
Rolls haven't been too hot tonight, but we'll get
At least
there.
your
I'm
first
sure.
roll wasn't a natural one.
But if you had to nat one on something, at least it was that when other people succeeded.
Right.
True.
What was the highest roll that I heard in there? A 21?
I got an 18.
18?
Adam,
Okay.
what'd you roll?
16. I think it was that 18 was the highest.
18 was the highest.
I,
Okay.
I had a 19.
Or sorry,
But a 19.
19.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't fully paying attention because I was reading a thing. All right, so
Okay.
the sound goes quiet. You all are waiting for a time. And you wait. And eventually you're just waiting here and nothing's happening.
Mm-hmm. We don't see anything.
Perhaps it's waiting for us, whatever this is.
Mm-hmm. Assume that we're all talking telepathically, Esper, just because there's no reason not to.
Exactly.
I think we should proceed to the south and take that right from going south perspective. Take the left on the map, to the west, and see where that goes. Watching our back, of course, because I suspect that it didn't just disappear. I think it just is waiting. It knows that we're here.
Everybody like that plan?
Sounds good.
Yeah, that works for me.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. So you venture out a ways. Is there any specific grouping or order that is preferable?
I
Put
think the order
Nokki-
that we had when we first came in, right? Which was someone
Not
was
that
in
way,
front-
Esper.
Someone was
Other
in
way,
front of
Esper.
me, and I was
Are you going
second.
this way?
Yeah, that's the way.
Okay, you're going this way. Got it.
Yeah, we were close there. Yeah.
So maybe like Walykos, Nokki, Vapor, Aygir?
I do have a good perception, so hopefully I'll spot any dangers before we get there.
Okay. Let me reveal some fog of war.
Yeah.
Please. Yep.
There's actually quite a bit I can reveal here, so just give me 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, visibility in here should be pretty good with all the lava.
Oh, what have I done? Oh, I've done something totally wrong.
Just Control Z. Just Control Z. It should undo.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
You're on the wrong layer.
I was on the wrong thing. Oh my gosh.
Yep. It's okay.
We walked out into interstitial space of the universe.
Yeah.
And
Suddenly
all turned
you are
into,
struck by a giant web. All right.
all of our quarks turned into strings.
There we go.
That's what I meant to do. So,
Okay.
yeah, let me see if there's anything else you might be able to see. I think that's probably about it. You can tell that there are a couple different extents or different ways maybe that one could go. The magma causes a good amount of illumination, so this whole cave just has this kind of incandescent firelight look to it. Once you venture out far enough away, though, it's gonna get dark. And
Good thing I have dark vision.
the dark vision will come in particularly handy once you get away from the magma. There is something going on here that you immediately spot. You might actually just be like a pace back because you'd probably spot it pretty quickly. There are two creatures. You see them right there. The first one is roughly human-sized and roughly human in shape even, but clearly is not a person. It looks to be a construct. It's made of plating, and the plating is in quite bad condition. The whole thing is basically oxidized, and for eyes there are these
We've seen this
lenses.
before, Esper.
Have you seen this before?
Yeah, we fought these on the last level. You forgot that you used them.
No.
I actually don't think that we did. This isn't one of the mechanical crabs, nor is it the
Nope,
sort of dragon thing.
I remember this because not only did it come out in the newsletter, but it also...
Well, also, yes, Esper's Emporium of Esoterica. Pick up your copy now at Esper's website.
Sell out. No, I'm pretty sure you used these on the last level. I distinctly remember them as being part
I
of these
remember something
dungeons.
similar, but not that specific one. But
Okay.
I could be wrong. It's been a while. Since
It
we've
has
done that.
been a long time.
I'm pretty sure you guys haven't seen this before, but the
Yeah.
styling of it does resemble other constructs you've seen. So it seems to have the same kind of makers.
Okay.
And its fingers are these long spiky claws, and the eyes are these two lenses, and its mouth, it doesn't really have a mouth, it just has kind of this kind of grating look. So it's covered in this armored plating. The whole thing's in bad condition, quite oxidized. It's crouched down, and it is communicating. You hear a voice kind of like quietly resonating out of that mouthpiece, and there's a fire creature there in the lava. And the hunched construct is, you know... And then the fire thing is just...
Esper.
Its face is this constant shifting fiery haze.
Can I ask, is that abyssal, deep speech, draconic, dwarvish?
The creature
All
is
this
speaking,
Primordial.
the creature is speaking in giant. The construct creature is speaking in giant.
I speak giant.
Yep. And you can tell he's trying to incite this fire thing to go take a look down there. And when he says like down there you are. And
Well, we were hiding. Remember, we were trying to be stealthy.
alas, you have moved out from your cover. And the thing says to you, Walykos, in your direction, in giant. Its eyes kind of like have this like angling lens effect, and they seem to be able to illuminate.
You trespass into the giant's domain. Leave. Leave.
We
The consequences
Trespass.
will be dire. Shh.
the consequences seem that they will be on you that will be dire if you do not answer our questions.
Questions. I will answer with rusted spikes into your flesh. Leave now.
Do you serve Baal Vondor?
Master Vondor, Indor, Andekar, the Balin are master.
Then if you attack us, you will be directly opposing your Baal Vondor. I'm fine with making a deception or whatever, you know. See if I can trick this thing.
You make it seem as though you are a
Agent.
of Baal Vondor, and that you.
And I do have knowledge that I have passcodes. Yeah,
Right.
like old. They're all old, but I don't think this guy has like the newest, up-to-date information either.
It's been at least, 150 years it's been down here, so...
Probably.
Yeah.
And
It
if my
has
codes
certainly
seem,
been
if they
a while.
seem valid enough to fool it, you know what I mean?
Make a charisma deception check.
Can I have advantage for having knowledge of Baal Vondor's
I was also going to
methods?
ask, is there any...
Yeah.
Vapor's going to ask for the bond to Walykos, is there... What's going on?
Yeah, because he's speaking in Giant, he'll communicate what the thing said. In
And
Giant.
then he's going to ask, what can he do to help? So, is there any way Vapor could aid?
Do you have guidance?
Unfortunately, no.
No, I didn't think so. No, I think it's just going to come down to seeing how insightful this thing is. I'm hoping it's not very insightful.
Okay.
So,
Well,
Esper.
We're just trying to help here.
No, I appreciate it. Esper, is it okay to take advantage because of my knowledge of his...
No advantage.
All right. Well, I don't have inspiration. Who had inspiration from last time? Just
It was
to make
Aygir.
sure we have it.
I do.
Yeah.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I got it.
Unfortunately, that is not going to pass. Unless he has a negative on his. I got a 1.
Elf, you are an interloper and a liar.
And he becomes hostile at
I'll
that.
throw a magic stone in his face.
Roll for initiative, everyone.
Yeah, let's roll.
Alright, here we go.
Apparently, he does not believe the
Ooh,
elf.
Nice.
It's okay. I figured we might get into a conflict with him anyways, but
Hey, that's the second nat one of the night. Oh boy.
he's the first creature that we've been able to talk to down here from
Right.
the giant time. So
Gu-
I was
guess what my
hoping we could
initiative?
get info.
Guess what my initiative is with a nat one.
A
one.
One.
Yeah.
I mean, could be worse.
It could be
worse.
-1.
That's true. It could have been lower. It could have been like 0.
Look at it this way: after the first turn, initiative is just a cycle. So
Not to spoil
first shall
anything, but
become
I did
last.
roll a -1 initiative on something. All right, who's got highest?
I have a
I might with a 20, unless someone's got higher.
nope. That's 20s at the top at the moment. So
All
Vapor
right.
with a 20. I have a 12 for
I have a
Walykos.
15.
So Aygir with a 15.
So 20, 15, 12, and 1.
You guys all think
that
better than me.
fire creature, was that speaking primordial out of curiosity?
It didn't say any actual
It
words.
would have had to understand giant.
Sorry, it
words.
didn't say any actual words. It did make some
Okay.
noises, but it didn't. It doesn't seem as a very intelligent thing.
What
So
was
we
the-
got Walykos
what
20,
language?
Aygir 15, Vapor at 12.
Vapor had 20.
Oh, Vapor was
Vapor
at
had
20.
20.
Okay, Vapor
Yes.
was 20. And then what was Walykos?
12.
Walykos was 12. Okay, I just swapped you two around.
What language was that construct speaking again?
It's spoken giant, yeah.
So you probably speak it too.
I do
Being-
do indeed, yeah.
I think that's one of your base
Vapor.
language.
You actually can act first. There is apparently hostiles afoot.
Yeah, I would have immediately been like, communications broke down. Like,
Okay, with that, Vapor is going to step out. He's probably going to see the fire thing, and looking between the two of them, is going to cast. Well, I think he's just going to throw a storm bolt at the construct for right now because he doesn't know what the fire thing's going to do.
Seems like a good plan. Go ahead and cast.
And that is metal, so I will have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're about to get like fireball.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's going to hit because that's 19 on the dice plus 8 for the attack
Esper
bonus.
doesn't always prepare a trap for us. Just
So
most of
that's
the time.
27.
Oh yes, that is quite a hit.
Okay, and let me just double check because I did get some stuff upgraded for that. So it's a D10 now. So I have a D8, so I believe 2 D10s
Mm-hmm.
at level 9 for cantrips.
2d8 for Stormbolt.
No, because of his stat, the gem, the Fey gem,
Mm-hmm.
Shard of the Feywild, is upgrading and stuff. The Stormbolt's been upgraded to a D10 in damage.
Esper, I apologize.
yeah,
I
that's
forgot to roll for my familiar initiative.
Mhm.
Familiar goes on a 17.
All right.
2. That's gonna be 11 damage. Specifically, do I have it listed on what it does?
The bolt of lightning darts, strikes the creature. There's a little ripple across its plating. It shudders for a moment. Do you move anywhere else? You've only gone 10 feet.
Probably is going to duck to the other down and hook back up to the other side of these boulders, just to kind of spread out in case they have some sort of AoE spell or attack. But still close enough that he can react to help.
Okay. Well, hold on one second. So this will be difficult terrain here. If you want, you could go like to there, maybe behind just that first boulder. You like that?
Yeah, that's fine. That gives him also a little cover.
Okay. So yeah, so you navigate over that and crouch down to get yourself some cover. And then
wait, hold on. I do have 40 feet of movement
Oh, okay.
because
Well,
of
in that
the
case,
boots of leaping and striding.
all right. So in that case, we'll get you over to there, and
Yeah.
that maybe is even better for you.
Yeah, that is a little better because that gives him a little more cover and distance and spreading us out. Not too much, but enough that I'm not worried about a massive fireball taking us all out in one shot.
Sure. The fire thing has a crazed look upon its blazing face. And it springs out of the vein of magma. And it's quite fast, in fact. And it sort of blazes a trail onto Nokki and Walykos, essentially putting you all inside of its fiery space. It seems to be just made of fire. And this is inescapable as you're just surrounded by its flames. And
There's no there's no dexterity save
there
or
is
anything.
not. It is
Usually
completely
trampled.
It's
Yeah.
completely inescapable. You're just engulfed in flames. There's nowhere to go, I guess. And you each take 10 fire damage,
Which I have.
and you have caught on fire. So Nokki and Walykos are flaming.
I have to ask this, Esper, since this is a custom creature, I assume. Does that hit my familiar? That will
we
just
didn't
pop
talk
the
about
familiar.
that. Where's the familiar?
The familiar is on me, presumably. It's like a little white raven that I use in combat.
Okay. Yeah. That'll just get rid of the familiar.
Just auto kill. Usually familiars
They just
aren't
take one
hit by
hit
like
usually.
Well, yes, but I'm saying like usually area spells don't hit them. I think if they're on you or something like that. But
I know that as an action, you can hide it away, and it's just treated as not there. It's kind of in a pocket dimension or something. So get back to me if there's anything else we need to do about that familiar.
Nope, it's dead because it's auto damage.
Yeah. All right. So Walykos and Nokki, you are like in flames, both inside of this flaming elemental creature, and flames is like catching along your person. So it's quite hot. The creature has done a dash, is what it's done there, and that brings us to Aygir.
Right, okay, so he wasn't actually hit by this. There's a lot of stuff that I can't actually do right now that I was looking at. But I think he is actually going to see if he can't maybe make it so it can't move as easily, that, or he's going to try and get out of the way and cast a spell in the construct.
The thing was quite fast. It looks like if it had wanted, it could have like whipped through Walykos and Nokki and then gone on to you, but it seems to prefer just focusing on these two.
Then, let's go to the spell section here of my favorite RPG third-party 5th edition compatible book with a lot of spells and monsters in it, and find where the spells are, and then go to so Aygir is going to, from one of his tool pouches, pop out a little bit of quartz dust and crush that up in his hand a little bit and sprinkle it around and make a grasping gesture at a point that I can see within range, causing each creature within 10 feet of that point, so I'll situate it so it just affects the fiery thing. It needs to make a Constitution save or suffer partial petrification as I'm casting Grasp of Stone, a 2nd level spell from Esper's Emporium of Esoterica.
A fantastic spell, that one.
It is.
When it works. The stony thing just sort of grasps through the pure fire and does nothing to it.
Well, that was unfortunate.
That was unfortunate.
He's going to run over to near where Vapor is and say, well, I thought that might hold it. I suppose not.
You clamber over the rubble and get over here with Vapor for a bit of cover behind the boulders.
Yep.
And shucks. Now we're going on to this creature, the construct creature, and it quickly sizes you up with its lens eyes. And, okay. That's pretty cool. Okay.
What was the fiery creature's initiatives?
It was right after you, wasn't it?
I never had initiative. So,
wait,
well,
it was
It was right after me.
Right after you.
No,
sorry,
but what was its specific number of initiative?
19.
Perfect, thank you.
This construct thing is going to fling spikes. He'll fling it at Walykos, and I'll give you half cover, so +2 to your AC. Let me check at the range real quick,
Does this fiery creature lightly obscure us as well? Just curious.
I imagine it would to some degree.
That's fine. I don't know if that mechanically matters for this moment, but...
Lightly obscured is disadvantage on perception, so it'd be more if he was trying to spot you.
Yeah.
Alright. It steps forward a little bit and throws 2 spikes.
The jar.
A 19 to hit.
Nope, not with the cover.
And then the other one's lower than that. They sail past you, ping against the wall there.
It would have hit if not for cover. So.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the fiery creature doesn't have a lot of mass to it, but enough to have served you well in that case.
Mm-hmm.
And then it fades back just a little bit there. I guess it has 35. Okay, so we'll do that. Now we're going to. I was doing a thing that you guys couldn't see. Don't mind me. Now we go to Walykos. You are on fire. At the start of your turn, you suffer 3 fire damage.
Which is halved down to 1.
You are inside of a blazing creature, and you're resisting it better than others might, but still not a great place to be at.
Nope. Esper, I would like to, as a bonus action, cast Zephyr Strike, which will, of course, make me move like the wind until the effect ends. Your movements don't provoke opportunity attacks. And between these two things, the flame seems more deadly than the construct. So I'm going to go ahead and pop out of it, basically, flanking with Nokki. So put me there. That's a +2 in your game, I believe. It's been so long since we played, I just have to confirm.
It's been eons! Yes, +2 to hit.
Thank you. Then I will swing with my staff and pop the Zephyr Strike to give myself advantage for 3 dice rolls, thanks to Elven Accuracy. So, nat 20 on the first roll.
Woo!
I guess I don't need that. Well, that's great, because I popped it on that, hoping that I'd roll a 20, and that's going to be a lot of dice. So, give me a second while I get all my dice together. Because I have the force damage from the Zephyr Strike. I've got the magical, strike from the beak of the White Raven. And I had advantage, which the beak does something with advantage. If I have advantage, I think I get an extra radiant damage. Let me find my inventory. Beak of the White Raven. Once per turn, you can deal an additional 1d8 radiant damage to a creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on them. Yeah. Okay, I can't roll all these at once. I don't have enough dice, so I'm going to just start rolling them and adding together.
All right.
Do damage types matter, Esper? I have radiant damage, I have force damage, and I have magical bludgeoning and piercing damage.
That's all fine.
Okay. So we're just going to go... Make sure I have all these together. Alright, so that's 5, 13, 17. Alright. Next set. It's 8 more. 17 goes to 25. Right, next set. That was at 25. That's 39 plus 6, I want to say. Let me double check. Plus 6. 45 damage from this critical. Esper.
That's amazing.
A mixture.
You dart out of the fiery creature, swing your ivory-colored staff with the white raven beak tip on it, and just basically smash like a swath right through it. And the thing's firehead just like whips around and looks at you. Ah! It did not like that. Not in the least.
Okay. Second attack. That is only a 20. Dirty 20.
Only 20. Oh.
Well, I rolled a 9 on the
Poor
die and I have
thing.
plus 11.
Yeah, that is definitely a hit.
Okay. So, that hits This time I don't get. I only have a lot of that damage was once per turn damage, so this is going to be significantly less.
Right.
13.
That's
Just
still pretty
double-checking.
good.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think nothing else. Yep.
13 is still pretty damn good. All right, so you really wallop this creature, and
I do not appreciate being set on fire.
I'm sure you don't. Speaking of being set on fire, Nokki, you are on fire, and at the start of your turn, you take 3 fire damage.
Am I able to move out of the flames without provoking the opportunity attack by just like kind of moving
Yeah.
up a little bit?
Until you leave its threat range.
Yeah.
So long
Like,
as
I
it
just
still
want, I just
has
want to get
reach
out
on
of the
you.
fire, you know? Like, all right,
Yeah.
I will.
Yep, you step out.
Forward.
You and Walykos are still on fire.
Flanking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're also
we're,
flanking.
We're on fire.
Yeah, you're both on
But-
fire though.
Okay, I will rage. And then
Makes sense.
Is there anything that Nokki does, or any appearance change, anything when he rages?
Oh yes, actually, yeah, no. So I guess you all would see like I like rage, and then I get like my hands turn into like these claws, and like I guess I get a bit more like bestial. Like maybe I get some fangs and stuff as well. Just for flavor, I get fangs, but the claws are the main thing for the weapon. But yeah, so like I basically turn into like I almost look more like a beast than a man, or Goliath, I guess in this case.
All right, so you turn into a bestial Hulk.
Yes.
You just reminded me of something. Aygir, when you hit the creature, you got burned whenever you hit it. So you hit it twice.
Aygir didn't hit it. You're
I didn't
talking
mean
to
Aygir,
me.
I meant Walykos.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
knew that you did.
You took 15 total from those 2 attacks.
Have down to 7.
7, yeah. All right, so that's what you have in store for you, Nokki. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm
Bite-
about to take a
bite
lot of
and-
damage then,
Bite
because
and
I'm
claw the
attacking
fire.
3 times. I will also reckless attack, so I get advantage on all my attacks here.
Go
All right,
for
so you
it.
have advantage, and you're at +2 to hit.
+2 to hit because of flanking.
Yep. Oh, that's right. Oh goodness. That's
Just
okay.
just
Yeah.
go for those crits. Drop them in as few hits as possible.
All right. So first attack is a. Oh goodness. Hold on. Here we go. Oh, I should have rolled this differently. Oh, that's so weird. Sorry. That is a. Oh wow, did I roll that bad? Oh wow, yeah. I rolled really bad on my first hit. 14.
You have hit,
Advantage.
actually. You have hit.
14.
Yeah,
Hits.
yeah. Yeah, the
Oh,
fire
goodness.
the fire elemental is pretty agile, but it's just fire. It's not like any thick armor or anything.
Yeah, so that's 13 damage for the
13. And what have you hit it with exactly?
first claw. So just
You clawed it. Okay.
yeah. Yeah,
All right.
Exactly.
You deal 13 damage and you take 7 fire damage.
Okay. That will put me at.
Singes your paw.
I'll just keep track of the number right now, so I'll just add it up at the end of my
Okay.
turn.
Question for you, Nokki. At 8th level bestial barbarian, are your natural weapons magical?
They are. They are
Okay.
magic. Yes.
Did
Yeah,
you get that
yeah.
at like maybe 6th level?
I could find out.
I'm just
I got
curious.
it- yeah, I got it at, and I think it was level 5 or level 6. I do remember
Okay.
reading though that they were that was something I was checking when I was making the character because I knew we were going to be needing that for our level
Sure.
of character. So.
Okay. I was just curious because some of the monster classes that I'm
Resistance
working
and-
on, they also have natural attacks, and I've been trying to give them magical natural weapons at like 6th level.
Gotcha.
So that
yeah,
seems
no,
to match
there,
up.
yeah, there is a. Yeah, I'd have to find it. But there's a rule for the beast that I think at a
Okay.
particular level, it's like 4th or 5th. It's some level that you
Okay.
get magic weapons.
Cool.
All right, so yeah, I'm just like slashing it, and then I will do my second attack. With the second attack is not my extra attack. This is just the extra one with the claws,
All right.
which will still be advantage and +2, which is a much better roll. So that's a 24.
You hit it even
Alright.
more. Even more so.
Yes, that's 11 damage.
All right, so you rip into the fiery semi-mass of the creature. And again, pay the price for doing that, man. It's 6 fire damage to you.
Okay. And then I will get my last attack here.
All right. Nokki is unfazed. He doesn't care about burning himself.
Hey! I think that's a nat 20. Let me check. Yep, nat 20 for my last one.
Excellent. Have you also been remembering to add in your rage damage?
I have been, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a mac. I do it all digitally for the audience. So I have like a macro that just adds it all automatically for me.
All right.
All right. So this is. One moment. Make sure I did this right. Yep. So it just doubles my dice. Did it? Oh, I don't think I did. I don't think I rolled the critical here. Hold on, let me make sure. 2d6 plus 5, so that's 5, 10. All right, I need to roll 2 more d6. And it does. I don't think it double. The critical does not double anything other than the dice, right?
Just the
As
dice.
I remember.
Yeah.
Just dice. Okay, just making sure. All right, that is 24 damage on my last one.
Ooh. And what kind of attack is this one?
Another claw.
Another claw. Okay.
I basically,
Nope.
actually, it's funny. I basically like hit it with the same claw because I have a shield, so I'm just like, ja, ja, ja.
Oh, do you have a shield?
Yeah, so I'm just like,
okay. I didn't realize you had a shield. Okay, so you've got this shield that you're using as best you can to guard yourself, but you are raking again and again into the fire, burning yourself as you do. You suffer 9 fire damage that time.
That's going to be, let's see, 9 plus 7 is 20, or is 20, not 20. 16 plus 6 is 22. So I took
22. Yeah, you took quite a bit. Though you, in your savage claws, rip the creature so much that it actually just snuffs out. It just
can I do something then?
dissipates into just a few licks of fire.
I feel like after it burns me, I'm just like, oh, you stupid fire monster! Just like clawing into it until, and I imagine like after it fizzles out, I just like stomp the ground, like stupid fire! Oh.
He's raging right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just really pissed right now.
And you are on fire as well, so you're a flaming rager.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're a raging flamer. I mean, what do I know?
Yeah. I have a very fiery spirit.
Let's go back to
dick.
Let's go back to the top with Vapor.
Okay, so this fire elemental is dead then?
It is.
Yeah, no, Walykos and
yes.
Nokki just like wrecked it.
Yes. Sorry, I can't forget this. So as Nokki rips through the thing, these like little flames and embers just scatter through the air, and a number of them whip on down the magma vein just a little ways, and where they hit into the fire, little forms arise. Where are we at? Here we go.
Ah, shit.
Super dickery.
3 creatures that are smaller forms. They rise up. They seem to be more. They seem to have more mass to them. They look to be like flaming.
I would like my attack of opportunity on the little flames that go flickering off.
You take 1 fire damage and you cause no effect. All right, so they look to be made of like some gunky tar at their core, but they're on fire.
Okay.
Quick question also, Esper. So since this creature is dead, I still have a decent amount of movement left. You said I was on fire, right? Can I like use my movement to like put my fire out? I don't know if that's like can I just like walk into the wall?
I think there's a specific action to
you would need to spend an action since it's a involved task to stop, drop, and roll or whatever you'd be doing.
Yeah, there's always in these stat blocks for putting things on fire an action that you use to put it out.
How far away is that construct also? Because I still have some movement. So.
Yeah, if you want to move towards him, he's probably like 40 feet away or so.
You might as well just get in his face.
40 will get you to there.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, because I need to be close enough so that I don't lose my rage.
All right.
Like for next turn.
So I'll let you know as a GM, I'm not a super stickler about rage. As long
you're
as you're
not?
just
Okay.
as long as you're just continuing to be acting like in a aggressive way or engaging in the battle, that's all I care about.
Okay, in that
Yeah.
case, then can I just?
If you
stay
go and
behind the
like
wall?
hide or something, then if you go and hide, then I'll say your rage ends.
Could I just
Just
stay
go-
behind the wall?
Yeah.
Would my rage end?
Sure.
Okay, because I just used I attacked a lot, so like, could you move me up just a little bit where I was before? Because I'm not gonna go in if I don't lose rage, because I took a lot of damage. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Just as long as on your next turn you're like, you
Well,
know,
no, on my next turn, I'm gonna
approaching
go
the
in.
enemies or trying to
Yeah.
hit them or doing something active.
I see how it is.
I will.
Nokki is a coward.
No, like Nokki finishes it and like kind of peeks out, sees like 3 of the Ember guys just like
Tucks his tail between his leg
Exactly.
and goes and hides behind the wall. I get it.
I'm like less than half my HP.
Maybe he's like rolling
I
himself
understand.
along the wall to try to snuff.
It's
the
fine. I
flames.
understand that you have less hit points as a
All right, Vapor,
barbarian
what
than
do you
I
got?
do as a ranger.
What do you got, Vapor?
I really do.
Okay, well, I had plans to use a 5th level spell, Breath the Cold, because I was going to take that. I was thinking about taking it, and I was going to have a very favorable way of demonstrating it. But with that fire elemental dead, that kind of ruins what I was going to
Yeah,
do.
Nokki just kind of took your glory. Just like
Well,
Yeah.
these 3 look like fire elementals as well.
If you
Yeah,
could
but I don't think I
drop
can
it.
get within range to hit all 3 of them.
Not easily, no.
Not easily.
I would just take cover and take some pot shots, you know?
Yeah, I
We
think
got the
that's-
distance now.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me check something, because I do have another spell I have yet to try. Okay, creature in 20-foot radius. Could I at least hit 2 of these things with a 20-foot radius?
With the 20-foot radius?
Yeah.
They are more than 20 feet away from each other at the moment.
No, okay.
Yeah, but maybe
There's
they'll get
another
closer
spell
together on
I've
their
gone
next turn.
that I got with the Phase Shard upgrade that I have yet to have a chance to try. So can't. But I don't want to like single target it because it's definitely an AOE spell. All right, so that's out. That's not a good one. All right, I'll just poke out and Vapor just poke out and take another Stormbolt to the construct.
Mm-hmm.
I got a range of 120 feet on this spell,
Nice.
so he's unless he's behind cover. Okay, I actually think that might miss because I just rolled really badly on that. I don't think. Let me double check, but I think that's
Who are
15
you
to hit.
targeting?
The construct.
The construct.
And you rolled with advantage because he's made of metal?
Yeah,
Very good.
I rolled a nat 1 and a 7, so I got
All right.
15.
So, Vapor, I imagine you kind of reposition yourself to get the best angle you can. You launch out your Stormbolt. It like kind of like glances off of his plating and doesn't actually damage him, and then you get back into your nice covered position.
Actually, can you move him a little more southwards? Just so that way he's got like a better view of what's going on down there. Thank
You like that?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. Aygir.
Okay. Well, now that the big thing is dealt with, he's gonna point in the direction of the construct and cast a spell. It's gonna make a ringing noise, and it's gonna be a shatter, and the thing's gonna have to make a Constitution save at disadvantage.
Now all of China knows we're here.
Well, he's already failed on the first D20 roll, so I'm not going to
Okay.
bother with the other
Yeah,
one.
I was trying to not use that spell.
I mean, it's
It's
a
whatever.
surefire way to damage the thing. It's
Yeah.
gonna take 17 damage.
It's a sure thunder
not-
way to damage him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count on us going unnoticed down here after we start this big battle.
Exactly.
There is a tremendous crash of arcane thunder, and it rocks that construct there. That seemed to be quite effective, and just given the thing's reactions, they don't look like they have gobs of hit points. They look like they're in a bit of a degraded condition from what they once were. So yeah, you think like one more shatter like that would probably take him down. Okay. There is... I'll give everyone a perception check, just a free hearing-based thing again.
Aygir actually did really well on that. He got a 24.
I got a 24 as well. I did
14 for Vapor.
I got a 22. I also did very well.
All right, everyone who got 20 and above, so everyone except Vapor, it sounds like. There is a different noise that is coming from...
the way that we were...
It's coming from
before.
this way here, actually. From
okay.
this
Side tunnel.
yeah, whatever this is, if it's a corridor or a tunnel or something. And you've heard this noise before. The way that these things move is they have these kind of like rotating
claw.
spike. Yeah, they have like these rotating, these like spike rotators.
Fantastic.
You hear them. They don't sound immediately close, but it sounds like they've been roused and they are coming this way now.
Cool. Who's up?
The construct is going to have a go now, and
to
I
19.
think he's just moving. Yep. So he goes that way, and the last you see of him was there.
Yep.
And
Starting shit he can't finish.
Nokki, make a perception check.
I can't hear you, Beck.
Right. A 5.
A last 5 is not good enough, though.
Here's where the ambush happens. Always an ambush with Esper.
It seems that the allies of the construct have come, and there's one there. I'm not actually going to reveal the token yet because he's about ready to fade back, but he's right there. He throws spikes at Nokki. The first one will be with advantage from stealth.
Yeah. I was about to say he has advantage on the attack.
Oh, he didn't roll good. 13, I just imagine, doesn't get you.
Nope.
No way.
Okay. So the next one. So then you notice him, so this is not hidden.
Nokki
Of course, he
will
rolls
yell,
good on that
"Ambush!"
one. He rolls good on that one. It's 23.
Oh, yeah.
All right. It deals 4 piercing, and you're raging, so I guess that's only 2.
That's 2 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
So not that bad.
Yeah, that was actually kind of pathetic. All right, so give me just 1 sec. Just doing some maneuvering here. No, yeah, that's.
Do I
good.
know how
Okay.
many creatures are over there, or is it just one?
There are actually 3. The next one's going to try Aygir. Aygir, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception check. Okay.
Yep.
Not so great. 8.
Also not enough. I'm checking to see if there's any kind of cover. No, I don't think so. He's got a good angle there. All right. 2 spikes with advantage from being hidden. That's pretty good. 19 to hit. That'll get you, I imagine. Alrighty then. This does much better with a nice puncturing strike on you now that it had advantage. 16 piercing to Aygir.
It's where did it move?
No, there's 3 of them. So
Yeah.
2 attack me.
They're
one attack
attacking
you.
from here, but then they fade back.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, then they move. So I'm not putting their tokens there because where they end their turn, you don't see them. So that
That's
would be a
right.
bunch
Okay.
of fussing around with map tool for nothing.
I I kind of imagine that like Nokki, when he sees the thing going at Aygir, he'll be like, "Don't worry, Aygir, it doesn't hurt that much."
And they did hit a 21. They did hit a 21.
No, he got a 19.
I got a 19.
You didn't respond, so.
Oh, I didn't hear that part. There was like a interference or something.
Oh.
Okay,
So-
they had a 19 to hit. 21 is what
So
they need.
it didn't hit you. Oh.
Okay,
Oh.
sorry about that.
All right. So the next attack, not advantage. No. That is certainly a miss. All right. And then the third one. I'm just going to do a random roll on it to see who the attack is against. Aygir is attacking you. This third and
All
final
right.
one. Go ahead and roll your perception check to see if you notice the thing as it creeps out there.
Just glad it doesn't
No.
get, like,
No,
double
he does
advantage.
not.
All
He
right.
most certainly does not.
He rolled pretty good on stealth. too,
Not
so-
one that.
All right. Let's see if this one can roll a little bit better.
That die needs to go back in the bag for a while.
That's a 20 to hit.
Ooh, so close.
So they got a 19 and a 20. So close. So the
They
spike
would
is
have
like.
they would have both hit me if you had attacked me.
So you got a couple things deflecting off of your fantastic armor that you've constructed. The second attack is much better at a 23. And that spikes you for a mere 4 damage. Yay.
All right.
All right, so they've all gone back up the stairs. Walykos, we come to your turn. The fire burns you for
Yep.
9.
4 damage.
For 4.
Walykos is going to put the fire out as his action because we can't fight these things while taking continual damage.
We skip my turn if it's Walykos, unless they go after
No,
me.
it's just been that long. I haven't had a turn. You had your turn shooting the lightning at the thing.
Okay.
Yep, it's still
Yeah,
turn
I'm
2.
sorry, yeah.
It's
okay.
okay. Still turn 2. It's just there's a lot between my 12 and your 20. So, Walykos is then going to move straight up Esper to the corner.
Walykos, you spend a moment like getting yourself snuffed out
Yep.
of the fire, and then you move this way.
Yeah, put me 35 feet straight up. I should get me, hopefully,
You
to
like
the
that?
corner. Yeah. And ideally, I'm trying to get sight on them so they don't have hidden anymore. They can't hide if someone's observing them. So, that being said, I moved, I actioned, I have a bonus action. Give me just a second. Bonus action. That is a regular action. That's fine. I say to everyone telepathically, back to the lift. We can, make a better stand when we're not out in the open. And that's all I can do this turn.
Nokki, at the start of your turn, the fire burns you for 7.
All right, I would use my action to also put out the fire.
All right. Nokki snuffs the
then-
flames.
Yep. And then I will.
We don't have the healing to take continual damage.
Can I get to that other corner?
Uh,
I don't
Distances
think so.
are really long down here.
22
You
is
get to
there.
So that's 20. I have 40 movement. Is the next one 20 feet apart?
40 will get you to there.
Not there. Okay, I'll just get right on the edge of the corner where in front of Walykos, kind of like maybe.
That way
kind
they
of
can't
being
hide.
shielded. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will use my bonus action for second wind.
Oh, that's right. You're a multi-class fighter.
Yeah, I'm a
Yes.
fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, everyone forgets that Nokki is a fighter.
So since you've gone up far enough there, Nokki, you see 2 of them while they're, taking strides up the stairs. And actually this one's cleared the top and is just starting to go around the corner there.
Gotcha. Okay, but yeah, I will do my second wind, which is it was almost a 9, so that's a 5 plus I'm a level 2 fighter, so 7 healing. So I basically healed the fire damage that I took that turn. And that's my turn. I could action surge, but I'll save that. Well, actually, will I? Hold on, let me think. Actually, do I? I actually. Let me think here, actually, because I do get action surges back on short rest. So.
Oh, we've got enemies coming in from 3 different fronts. We have a lot of enemies. Esper's basically triggered the entire dungeon all at once.
I'm just thinking if I want to use my action surge now. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will just go ahead and use it.
Sure.
And then because assuming I'm within range of that, if I move up around that corner.
You're gonna. Yeah, you're gonna.
I think I can get right next to it, right? Can I get next to that construct?
You're gonna be in range of that pillar.
The pillar's gonna activate.
Oh, the pillar's there. Oh yeah, never mind. I'll just end my turn. I forgot about the pillar. Yeah, thanks.
Don't you have javelins or anything?
It wouldn't be worth it. I'd only get 1 attack out of it, but like with action, like it's not enough damage. Also, I don't think I actually have any.
You get your entire attack action if you.
But he just throw 1 javelin, so action surge.
Yeah, but I would only get like I'd only get 1, or I'd only get 2 with the extra attack. But like I wouldn't use action surge with claws, because with claws I get 3 attacks, and then I'd get a 4th with my extra attack. So I'm sorry, 3 attacks altogether with the extra attack and the claws.
All right.
It's just
and you could only draw
to
1 weapon, so
yeah,
it's not really worth it. The flaming glob elementals begin making their way this way. They are noticeably much slower than the proper true fire elemental, we might call it. Let's see what kind of range they have. I guess they are a Dashin. Okay, so they dash. They can't move too fast. And then we go to the top of the round with Vapor.
All right, so Walykos has pretty much said pull back. So where would 40 feet get him? Back towards the elevator. That's perfect. Because now I could actually cast the spell I've been wanting to experiment with. You're going to see him pull his staff and slam it down onto the chaos, the face shard, which is at the base of the staff, casting Chaos Rift. Right there on the corner, at the top of the stairs.
Nice.
The 20-foot radius.
I've been wanting to see this one for a while.
Yes. That was the reason why I was asking if any of them were within 20 feet of each other. Because
I mean, that's fantastic. And if it affects objects, maybe it'll get the pillars too. Who knows?
Each creature within a 20-foot radius at a point.
Just creatures. That's good. At least you won't worry about retributive blast from the pillar then.
Indeed. Question for you: where do you want to center that spell?
The way that it doesn't hit us, Esper. Come on, don't be a gotcha DM.
That's actually not why I'm asking.
Well,
there were 3 of them up there. Remember?
Yeah, just put it so that it covers the entire lower half and then into the upper half.
Yeah, well. The way I imagined Vapor's doing it is he's putting it so at least the center of the spell is on the top of the stairs.
20-foot radius is huge, Esper. He can catch everything up there.
Just let me know. Do you want it
Remember,
to
it's
be...
not 20 feet total. It's a
it to be
radius. It's 40 feet across.
I know what a 20-foot radius is.
Yeah.
I designed the spell. All right. So, do you want it to be hitting this portion, or we'll say the upper portion or the lower portion? What do you like? What do you fancy?
Well, I know there's 2. Vapor can see 2 of them on the lower portion, so he's going to want to make sure at least those 2 are caught.
You could hit this, or you could hit this. Where do you
yeah,
think the third one went?
In the center,
the third one up or down?
Kind of in the center where he's catching at least 2 of them. Because he only knows there's 2 of them up there.
You see the two, but you know there's a third one. So you could cast your spell such that it would get someone who went down that way, or you could cast it such that it would get someone that went up this way. Do you think the third guy went up or down?
He's gonna think it went down, but what I was trying to do, Esper, is like center of the stairs. So it just, I'm not really worried about going up or down. Like center of the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So just there? There are two. Oh, sorry. I'm on my other map. Okay. So there.
Yeah.
There are indeed two targets.
That's fine.
The third one's a little outside of that.
That's fine.
All right. Each one in range must make a Constitution saving throw. They actually rolled not too bad. We've got a 19 and a 15.
The 15 will fail.
15 will fail. Okay. On a failed save, a creature takes 4d6 plus 1d8 damage. The result of the d8 determines the damage type and an additional effect. The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the additional effect on a success. If the initial save succeeds, they take half damage and don't get the additional effect. All right, what was the result on your d8?
Four, 6. Alright, so that's 12 damage. It's 1d8. That's 17 on the damage.
17, yeah.
And then
What was the result on the d8?
It was a 7. So psychic damage. The creature's incapacitated.
Was it
if a construct can be?
Is the damage 17 plus 7?
No, it is 17 total. And the D8 was a 7.
Okay. So it's 4d6 plus 1d8 damage. All that's damage, and then the number on the d8 determines the damage type.
Yeah, and was a 7 on the D8.
Okay, gotcha. So we got half damage on that one, which would be 8. And then full damage on this one, number 2, which is 17. Ouch. Plus he got incapacitated. Until the spell ends, the creature is incapacitated. It's concentration 1 minute. The creature can repeat the save anytime it takes damage. It also repeats it at the end of its turn. All right. So, incapacitated on that one. A blast of psychic disruption erupts out from the rift of chaos and space that Vapor has created.
I imagine it's not just like just not a straight up tear. These almost hands rip open the realm.
Arcane hands rip through space, unleashing a vortex of writhing, hissing energies, and leaves one of them incapacitated. The next goes to Aygir.
All right.
I want to see that spell cast a lot more.
Which spell?
The Chaos Rift.
Nice.
I plan on casting it a lot more.
Yeah.
I believe, though, I'm only able to cast it once per long rest.
Yeah, I know. It's 4th level, right?
So, seeing how things have changed, he's gonna run up and, I mean, he has more slots available. He's gonna cast Shatter on the nearest one of those things at the top of the stairs once he runs up a bit, depending on how far he can move. Yeah, perfect. So it gets a Constitution save with disadvantage.
All right. The first one.
You
we'll
might
see
be able to get
the
both of
front
them,
one.
actually.
Oh, actually, that's true. Within a 10-foot sphere, yeah, it should affect both of them. Sorry about that. Yep.
The one in front has a mere 10, and the one in back has a mere 13.
Well, he didn't roll terribly well, but he did 12 damage to each of them.
12. All right. So. Since you've damaged the incapacitated one, that one does specify it gets to repeat the save when it takes damage. So I'm going to give it a roll here. Here we go. 15 again. That's what it initially got. So it's still
Oh,
incapacitated.
so yeah, it's still down.
And it's not going to take any actions on its turn. The sound of the nearing, what were they, like a clockwork crawlers? They're not that large. They're medium size. But you remember they gave you a bit of trouble before. Though
Can
certainly
Vapor hear those
you
now?
have. Yeah, I imagine they're getting close enough. They still don't sound like they're super immediately close, but they're probably getting close enough to where you're starting to hear the.
Vapor just lets out the string of curses. Like, God fucking damn, I hate this freaking dungeon. I'm sick and tired of this flames and lava. And I hate these goddamn clockwork creatures. They keep freaking infesting these places.
But tell us how you really feel.
Your rage will surely get channeled into your sorcery and
Yeah,
blast them to
he's turning a
pieces.
little bit more green as the troll blood starts kicking in a little bit more.
All right, so we've got an incapacitated creature, this one here, so it's not doing anything. This one does what rogues love to do, and is going to do its wonderful, tricky stuff. Let's do. Let me check the range on that. It's not very far. I'm gonna go with Aygir. Make a perception check, Aygir.
All right, let's see if I see the thing. 15.
You have succeeded, so it does not have any advantage on its attack.
Nice.
And it actually will be. Oops, I moved the wrong token. There we go. And it will be ending its turn there, in fact. All right, here are 2 spike throws. Oh, well, I rolled actually pretty good. 22 and 22. But not. That's whoa! I rolled 2 17s on my d20s and then 2 1s on my d6s. That's quite bizarre. That's 8. Only 8 piercing damage. Yay for rolling snake eyes. That one is incapacitated, and then again make a perception check.
Okay, 8 damage and not nearly as good. He does not see that one.
All right. So I'll just take it that there's a very, very low roll.
I would argue that he is, kind of looking at the place they're coming from, but I get to have the stealth feature thing, though.
All right, so he's going to end... It's going to end up there at the end of its turn, but it's not there when it's attacking. It's like using the wall. Flings down a pair of spikes. The first attack will have advantage. 23 will get you. And then the non-advantage one is a nat 2. All right, here we go. Now it pulls off the sneak attack. 6, 12, 17, 22 piercing.
So it was just a total of 26, right?
Total 26?
You think, yeah.
26 total what?
Piercing damage.
22?
22? Oh,
22.
okay.
Yeah, 22 piercing
yeah,
damage.
I see.
The spike punctures through a bit. That hurts, and then the thing, dashes or darts over to there. Moves in a hastily fashion over to there. And we go to Walykos.
Really, all the way back around again. Alright. So hoping I had more time I was looking things up. So, can I get a view of the entire situation? Yeah, a little bit of a zoomed out. So we haven't seen the things coming yet. Mm-hmm. Can you give me a distance to the right-hand side of the map, like that area where they'll be coming from where I'm standing?
Mm-hmm. So we're looking
just give me a measurement.
Yeah, like 90 is
100.
There, kind of the
give me 120.
120
Can you,
out to there.
Give me 150, just to give me sort of like just an
150 is
idea.
all the way.
Perfect. That gives me enough that I know where my range is, if I want to do something. All right, cool. Let's see. Spike growth, 150, 20-foot radius. Good.
I've been seeing some amazing spike growth usage in other.
Well, we know
adventure.
We know these things are coming, and I might as well prepare for them. Even though they're out of sight, they're not out of my mind. So I would like to drop a spike growth. I need you to do the best that you can for me, Esper, because I can't show you exactly where I want to put it. But the intention here is to aim it where I can see, that goes as far up into the north tunnel where they'll be coming out of. Mm-hmm. Because they have to walk over as much as possible. 20 feet is not that large, but it is pretty large. And because I have enough range, pretty much the only limiting factor is where I can see. So I'm totally willing to move like 15 feet down, to give myself a better angle around before moving back after casting the spell. And I would like to, basically just clog the tunnel to make them have to walk over as many squares as possible. Because every square they traverse. Yep.
All right. You cast your spell, and the spikes raise up. Camouflage spikes at that.
I was going to say they are camouflaged. If they weren't watching them grow, then they will not see. And it is also difficult terrain, which is helpful. Mm-hmm. So anyways, that is my action. Did I have to move to do that, Esper?
It was 120-foot range?
150-foot range.
Nope, you didn't have to move.
Okay, then I will use my movement. Does 35 feet of movement get me to the top? To the other corner?
Yeah, just right over there.
Yeah, put me in as much total cover as possible from there. And that's that.
All right. Nokki.
I think I don't really want to go in there and get hit by things, so I'm probably just going to back into where, let me check the range of javelins.
30/120.
30/120? Okay.
If you need ranged weapons, I can provide you magic stones. I can give those away.
That'd actually be pretty cool. Yeah, we can't do that right now, but yeah, for future reference.
Well, when you're next to me, basically, you can just take them and then chuck them. Like
ammo. Could I have done that like before he moved? Then, like, could I have just taken his magic stones?
That seems a little bit meta to go back and do.
Yeah, that's fair.
But next time,
as long as it's your turn, Nokki,
in the future, yeah. Okay.
As long as it's your turn, you can use that as like your
run up
object
to where
interaction.
Walykos is at?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't you just run up?
Mm-hmm.
You could.
Couldn't he just run up right now and get him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have 2 magic stones in hand.
Oh, I guess I could do that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize that. Okay, yeah, I'll just do that then. Yeah, instead of using my javelins. Yeah.
And so object interact, you take the 2, and now you just chuck them.
Yeah.
And they count as 60-foot range increment. They use my wisdom modifier which is +5, and then you add your proficiency.
Yeah, no,
So
that works perfectly. Yeah, sorry, I would have said that. I just didn't realize I could just take his stones and then do that. I was just gonna use javelins, but yeah, this is much better. Oh yes, I'll take his 2 stones.
Grab his
And-
stones.
Oh yes, give me your stones, Walykos.
Yep. So the attacker adds your spellcasting ability modifier, not the attacker's to the attack roll. So basically, it should be. I'm seeing a
8
plus.
altogether.
Yeah. Why does mine say +9?
So it's
Yes,
what
we
is
have a
20
proficiency bonus of +4 at level 9.
We do. That's right. That's why.
So it's
You-
+8.
Yep. And then the damage will be 1d6 plus 5. Bludgeoning magic damage. Yep.
Do
Which
I?
is pretty
I need
good
to
for a
check-
range
I need to
attack.
Pretty good.
Check
Yeah.
something real quick. I don't think I add this, but yeah, this is not a melee weapon. Okay. Do I add my rage to this?
Rage. I think
it's
it's
only for
just
strength,
melee.
When you make a melee attack weapon. Yep, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I would not add rage to this. Okay.
Correct.
But I will attack. So 1d6 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
Did I? Oh crap.
This will give me something to do with my bonus action. I'll make more pebbles for you. If we need them.
All right, so that's 7 damage for the first attack.
What's
and then
the to
I
hit?
will- Oh, sorry. Yeah, 25 to hit. I assumed it hit.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, that
my
definitely
bad.
hits.
Yeah.
Clank. All right, you smack the construct on the stairs.
And then I will
For
get
7.
my second attack. Oh, that's probably 10. So that probably doesn't hit.
10. Nope. It
Okay.
just clacks off of a stair.
But I do get 1, and then after doing that, I'll just move a little bit more around the corner if I
Alright.
can. I guess I could have reckless attacked, but I didn't say it, so it's fine. I don't
I
think
think reckless
attacks
is melee
work this-
too.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anyway, so
I think
but
a
that's my
melee
turn.
weapon. I forgot to roll the end of turn save on the incapacitated construct. I'm gonna roll that now.
Sure.
Actually, reckless attack
14.
is. Oh no, it
Any
isn't.
attack? No, it is melee.
Still
Okay.
incapacitated.
Finally have a spellcaster who has a modifier high enough to prevent people from just getting back up.
Good.
All right, and then the Tarfire elementals are
As you confirm what they are.
yes.
You know-
Also from Esper's Emporium Esoterica.
You know what's interesting
but
about
the fire elemental really was just regular fire elemental. It wasn't anything special of my own
I saw.
design. Yeah.
Until you added they turn into mini-me's.
You know what's interesting about reckless attack that I just read? Apparently, I still could use reckless attack if I wanted to when throwing the stone. It just wouldn't do anything for me. But it would make you get advantage against me because it just says when I make my first attack, I can declare to attack recklessly. Period. Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attacks. So I can still do it.
So the reason why that might be is, let's say you're doing a throw and then a melee attack, because you can
Exactly,
divide
yeah,
your
yeah,
attacks
yeah.
in
No,
any
there is-
way.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
like value in it. It's just funny that
Yeah.
I have
is you
I have definitely learned from many years of game design that sometimes you have to word things in a specific way to account for some kind of weird corner case.
Yep.
And so,
exactly in the corner case
so
here is
people
if I
sometimes
want
read it
to-
and they'll say, "Huh, I wonder why they worded it that way." And
Yeah,
it's
like-
because
like-
of there's some rare situation where
Yeah.
you need to
where I
account-
want to do a
account for
ranged attack
something.
first. Yeah, like I want to do a ranged attack first and then move it into a melee attack. And reckless attack, you have to do it on your first attack, not your second attack. So
The
All right.
flaming glob creatures continue to plod forward, not quick enough to get up to you, and apparently not enough range to hurl their flaming globs. But we'll see what
Good.
happens on their next turn. You know, they just might get it. We are looking at Vapor now.
Okay. Really want to use Cone of Cold.
If you move down and then Cone of Cold, you could probably catch all the fiery things.
Yeah, I think he's going to do that. I think he probably spots the first one coming and he knows the other two are as well. So Vapor's going to go back down.
Okay.
Cool.
And And the way he goes is he's kind of like stomping his feet, like he's just pissed.
Yeah, see if you can get everything within range, because it's a 60-foot cone, if I recall.
Yep,
Yeah.
you move 30 feet to there, and that's exactly what you need to blast out a 60-foot cone, which
That
is
should catch all.
a
Yeah.
hell of a large area.
Yeah, and Vapor has 40 feet of movement. It's not. He doesn't have 30.
Oh.
He has 40.
Well, then you could
I'm
move
just-
back after you're done if they're
Yeah,
dead.
yeah. I'm just like because as the way Esper said it. Yeah. So he's just like angry, and he lets out the breath, but it doesn't come out like a breath. It comes out as a roar, almost like a draconic roar.
Vapor roars out a breath of intense, magical frigidness. We've got
I need more D8s.
con saves of 10, which is a fail. 15, which
Fail.
that's a fail,
Yeah.
right? You said your save DC is 16 or 17?
16.
16. Oh, so close.
You having?
The last one saved, it's got a 21.
2, 4, 6. Okay, give me 1 second. I need to grab a couple more D8s.
It's always a good feeling when you don't have enough dice for your damage.
Yeah. Cone of Cold's, that is a...
I always
It
have
is.
enough dice.
4, 6,
big-
Especially if they're
that's a big
vulnerable
one.
to cold. Yeah.
It's-
Yeah,
Which
so as I said, like the Vapor just stomps down there. He can see the green. His skin's like turning darker and darker green, and just lets out almost this draconic roar, and this breath of cold air just blasts out.
Mhm. Nice.
Ew. Ooh, that's actually some really good. There's a
Feel
couple
the
of those.
rage, Vapor. Feel the rage.
He's got that mage rage.
All right, not as good as I thought. That was an upside down 2, 4, 8, 16, 24, 31. Cold damage.
Ooh. Wow. So these two right here,
Pop.
they just turn into like hardened tar,
Ice.
just like solid.
They just turn into ice statues.
and they just
literally are ice statues
yeah,
now.
they just freeze in. They just freeze in place, and they are.
And if you guys
they
see
are at
Vapor,
0 hit
like
points.
he's panting as well, and it's just like these wisps of frost are coming off his breath.
Excellent.
So
And
they're
then the
gone.
other
They're,
one?
they're at 0, and then the other one takes 15, which still seems to affect it a great deal. That's not a small number.
Still got
That
10 feet of
creature.
movement to get yourself out of there.
And I think I'm actually going to trigger. Hold on, before he moves, I'm actually going to trigger a wild magic surge.
Oh,
Nice. That's a good call. I mean, you're not near enough to us if it's like a fireball
Yeah.
centered on you that's gonna like
Yeah,
do anything.
71. Give me 1 second. I'll look that up.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Where is my? I should have had a wild magic resist. Magic 71. You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
That's fantastic.
Holy
nice.
Nice.
I think that's
imagine
gonna
this,
come in
like,
handy.
This like layer of icy armor comes over you.
And it's just like
I don't even
and I'm
know
going
that
to
it's
spend-
ice. I think it's like constantly shifting armor because it's all
constant-
damage.
It's like mixed. It's like different colors of like almost like mage armor, but it's constantly
Yeah.
shifting. And hold on, let me double check to see what it is.
I'd say it's like a
uh,
fog almost, a vapor even.
Spell. I am also going to spend 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell. I'm going to
Oh.
storm bolt the last one just to see if I can take it out.
Oh, all right.
I mean, do it. This is your sorcerer power.
16. Hit.
16 definitely hits. Yep.
All right.
Remember,
2d10.
2d10.
yeah.
It's possible. You got to roll pretty good, but it's possible.
I don't think an 8's going to do it.
Alas, 8 is not enough, but it
But
is
still damage.
it is quite wounded. I will tell you that.
Can I, as a free action, speak in primordial just to see if I get a response? It's not a taunt or anything.
hmm
Do you wish
Yeah.
to continue? Because I will be waiting. And then with that, he's just going to walk up.
Just turns and walks away with his vapor shifting color armor all
The
around
armor's
him.
like the mage armor's shifting colors.
Yeah.
Where are you walking to?
He's gonna walk 10 feet up towards the elevator.
Okay, so you issue that, and the flaming tar thing says, "No."
Can Vapor respond to that? No.
Let's leave it at that for now. I don't
Okay,
think that the
then
back
leave.
and forth is needed.
And that's it.
Yeah.
I'll finish my turn there.
Yeah.
Aygir, it's on to you now.
Okay, so, well, with that happening, I'm gonna figure out how to get back out of my notes and into the actual map. They're not stopping. They're still there.
An AoE?
That's the thing, yeah. I was hoping they would actually end up within 10 feet of each other again, but none of them are, right?
These two are within 10 feet of each other.
Which two?
These two?
Those ones?
Yeah.
All right.
This one's
well,
incapacitated. If it takes
Right.
damage, it gets an extra save.
then, yeah, I think he's got still one more shatter slot, so
Going for another shatter?
yeah.
Okay. So we'll do the one in front. It comes up with a 9. And then the incapacitated one in the back comes up with a 12. They have both been shatterfied.
Nice. Well, I rolled better on damage this time, so that is going to be a 19.
All right. You have defeated both of your targets.
Nice. Aygir looks over at Vapor and says, well, you loosened them for me.
As long as they fall, all that matters at this point.
Well done.
Maybe you want to try talking to the other one. He says over to Walykos wherever he is.
I think we're gonna have bigger problems in a minute here.
Oh? He says, looking back over there, because he's been kind of hyper-focused on this part.
Walykos has been trying to keep abreast of everything.
Yeah. I will say this, your characters would remember it. You fought these like clockwork scouts before. The main trouble they gave you is when you didn't have magic weapons. Now that you, I think all of you have magic weapons now, this should be substantially less of a menace. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Aygir, do you hold your ground there?
No, because he's actually taking a fair number of hits. He's going to go over and hide right there next to Nokki if he has enough movement.
Yeah. That
You
makes
just
sense.
like hide behind Nokki.
Well, and Walykos. The two of them together are enough of a meat shield, plus his armor. He should be good.
Well, I'm hoping that we can avoid taking as much damage as possible. I don't want to
Oh, right.
get super low.
Walykos, give me a spike damage roll.
How many feet of spike damage roll? Because that's what matters.
I think just the first, because it would hit on the spikes and get hurt and then stop walking onto spikes. If walking's the right word, crawling maybe.
If you say so. First is going to be 2d4 piercing damage. So. Okay. That's 5 piercing damage.
So you're only hearing this, but I imagine it sounds like, and then like the movement noise stops, and yeah. Okay. You hear another sound, and it's still the sound of its like spike gear things, but it doesn't sound quite the same as like its locomotion. It sounds more like gravelly.
Yeah. Just so that you know, if it matters for you're doing movement with them, that took 10 feet of its movement to go onto the first.
Okay.
Just
So-
for purposes of using
Sure,
your
sure.
movement.
So they actually still aren't even appearing. They sound like
Of
they've
course.
gotten a bit closer.
Yeah.
And obviously, if one hit onto the edge of the spike growth, you've got a rough estimate of where it might be. So there's this kind of like churning gravel sound over there now, and that's all they're gonna do. So let's do the constructs.
Trying to dig their way around.
These two have actually been defeated, so I'm just gonna think I'll take them off. Why not? All right. I'm always unsure whether or not to take off the tokens of the defeated creatures, because it's not like they'd actually disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well. And then we've got this one here. That one is not going to just foolishly rush all of you. And it moves away. And you hear it move down this section there. And seems that it went, at some distance. Okay. And then we arrive at Walykos' turn.
Okay.
So your spike growth seems to be at least hindering them.
Yeah, for sure. So we've eliminated the obvious foes except for that one little tar fire elemental.
Who might be running away. I don't know.
But I don't know that. And I don't know too much except that guy ran away. And I do know that we are having other creatures coming, potentially. I would like to... I'm going to go ahead and cast with my bonus action Magic Stone again. Get 3 stones for Nokki. Object interact, hand them off to him. I will hand 2 of them to him, keep 1 for myself, so I have a thrown attack if I need it. And that should be as many as you need for 1 turn of attacks. Then I would like to move. Let's get me to the right-hand side. Like, move me right, like 35 feet, and towards the elevator.
All right. You near the threshold of the lift chamber.
Mm-hmm. And then with my action, I guess I'll go ahead and good berry, just to have 10 good berries ready to go, because we're going to need some healing. So
those
that.
Always seem to come in handy. You create the 10 berries of goodness, and we are now on to Nokki.
I will get closer to the... What's that? Did I miss something? What's that red little dot on the fire elemental?
Those 2 have been defeated. They've
solidified
into...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how hard
they're icicles
dried
now.
tar can get, but it's pretty hard.
I don't see any other creatures. Yeah, I guess I'll just get over to the elevator too, and I'll just ready a ranged attack. So, like, if something gets within range of me, I will toss a magic pebble at them.
All right.
They're dried tar, so they're just like a quarter of the way to being amber or coal.
There we go. You hold up the magic stone, ready to fling it at any danger that rears.
Walykos' magic stone.
Yep. And the third of the of the flaming tar blob creatures, it dives under the magma. And
Does Vapor hear or see that do it?
Yeah, you see it not want to press itself ahead into certain doom at the hands of the mighty mage, and it flees under the surface of the magma. So that's going to take us back to Vapor, who is currently shrouded in a magical, misty, protective aura. The sound of the approaching clockworks has gone somewhat muffled. It sounded less like they stopped crawling along the ground and more like they started churning the gravel.
Okay, so Vapor can't really do anything about them if they're right now, because I don't think I'm going to have enough movement to get even close to take a pot shot at them. So, if possible, can Vapor diagonally walk 40 feet towards the top rightmost corner?
All right.
Okay, perfect. And then one of those pillars should be within range. So he's just gonna shoot off a storm bolt at one of them, just to see what happens.
Okay.
Get a better idea of their range. And with
When
his
you're-
armor, he's not as worried now.
All right.
That's a natural one, so that's a miss.
All right. The bolt strikes the pillar and just kind of like dissipates on it pitifully, and it immediately responds with a focused sonic blast. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. That is going to be a 16.
You succeed for half damage. 14 goes to 7, and then your resist all damage turns that to a 3.
Awesome.
Just you grit your teeth a little bit, and that's as bad as it gets.
Right. And then that would be
Aygir.
Vapor's turn.
Aygir, you are up here in this corner. The constructs seem to have fled. The straggling, injured Tarfire thing seems to have fled, and the clockworks that are coming through this corridor here are being somewhat stalled out by Walykos's spike growth.
All right, and remind me again how large and what amount of things seem to be approaching again.
If they're like the clockwork scouts you saw before, they're medium size.
Right.
The main issue that they gave you guys is that those that didn't have magic weapons, your weapons were just deflecting off of their armor.
Right.
So you don't know if they'll pose a great amount of threats. How many, you're not sure. No one has seen. So sounds like a few. Doesn't sound like a ton of them.
Right. That makes sense. So I'm looking in his equipment here. He has I believe some spell scrolls still. Yeah, he's going to it's another Emporium spell actually. Yeah, it's a spell scroll he's going to pull out for Acid Puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Figuring that might be something he can use as a little booby trap at the top of the stairs there to trip them up as they come around. So he's going to use that spell, which, is listed as a wizard spell. I think we had ruled that wizard and artificer spells are more or less interchangeable, sort of.
I wouldn't quite go that far, but it is considered an artificer spell.
Right, like wizards obviously have a lot
I
but
put out an actual artificer spell list for the Emporium. I just couldn't put one in the book because artificer's not SRD.
Exactly.
And I didn't want to do a cheesy workaround thing and here's the spell list for the Magic Tinker.
Right.
That might just confuse people.
Or just a little blurb. Certain wizards are known for deeds of artifice. Those wizards might use these spells. Yeah.
There are certain arcanists that, they certainly have an art to their fists. All right, so you've got the scroll in hand. Now, you're not sure where these things are going to appear. So what are you thinking about with this acid puddle?
He's thinking he's going to put it right at one of those two squares at the top of the stairs there, and then sneak back around the corner to where we're all hiding.
Okay, all right. Sorry, I was thinking you were wanting to put it over here by the clockwork things. Okay, you're wanting to put it up here. All right, all right.
Oh, wait, sorry. I thought they were coming from there. I might have misheard that.
No.
See where
There.
Walykos put his spike growth? They're coming down.
Okay.
There. Yeah.
Sorry, that's right.
But it's like that's a lot of ground, and you don't know where they're going to appear.
Yeah,
so it
that's
seems
true.
a little
That's true.
sketchy to drop an acid puddle.
That's true. Well,
You don't need to do something if there's nothing for you
no,
to do.
there isn't much, so he probably will just ready an attack action for when something comes into view with his integrated lightning weapon.
Okay. That sounds like a plan. And
Sorry, for some reason this map I'm getting the two sides confused and like didn't really realize there was a path there, even though I know you said it multiple times.
so that sort of churning, crunching, gravelly sound, it muffles to a degree, and then you can't really hear it much anymore. I guess you could, on your turns, make active perception checks if you're inclined, but I don't think it would be an obvious noise anymore. Let's go to Walykos.
Okay. So nothing's changed from last turn, basically, from what I can tell.
Not really. Not a great deal.
Please move me 35. Well, first thing I'm going to do with my object interaction, I'd like to hand Nokki, since he took a lot of fire damage, 5 good berries as well. You can just, if you have nothing to do on your turn, action pop one in your mouth, and that's 1 hit point, which is probably what my turn's going to be. But I hand that off to him so he has a little bit of healing, and then we're going to go ahead and move me 35 feet more towards the right and downward, because I'm going to try to get some line of sight on these things as they come around.
Okay.
Yeah. So put me there. I don't see anything. Now, you said this gravelly noise, but that's kind of vague, and I know that you're trying to be vague intentionally. Is that sound like they're drilling into the wall at all?
You don't think wall, you think more ground.
So they're burrowing into the ground. Then.
Seems to be, yeah. Just looking at the wall, it seems like it would be a ton of work for them to try to get through that masonry.
Okay. But basically, so burrowing is like the ability they can go through unworked stone, but they can't go through this because it is. So they're basically just trying to bypass my spike growth. Okay, that's fine. I will...
Yeah, usually
probably...
just like a regular old burrowing speed. You can't even go
Yeah.
through stone because think about it, it's
I know.
stone. You need to go through
Yeah.
like dirt or something. But you've seen these things before. They're made of like, you know, magically hardened metal spikes. So you think they could probably get through this ground. It's just it's hard going for them.
I'm going to go ahead and pop a good berry in my mouth, and that'll be my action.
All right.
Okay.
Berry has been popped. Nokki, are you going to follow suit and eat yourself a berry of goodness?
I will eat a berry of goodness.
Okay. I'll go
So-
back to go back to Vapor. I guess
Okay,
your
okay.
rage
Oh,
will be
I would-
over by now too.
I would also like to move. I will. I'm gonna head over to. I'll be next to Walykos. Okay, I'll be behind you. That's as far as I can go. Yeah, that works.
Okay. So rage is over. Just kind of you're sort of out of battle for a bit here, and you eat the good berry, and we go back to Vapor.
I was angry because I was hungry. That's why. Like the good berry. Like
I know what that's like.
We all do.
All right.
I'm trying to
Vapor,
figure out
any bright ideas?
what Vapor would do, because there's other than those pillars that seem to have an unlimited range almost.
Well, I mean, you could test that out to further degrees. I think.
Yeah, he could, but with more combatants on the way, he's gonna wait on that. Actually, no, because he's got the arm that he's resistant to all damage. Yeah, God, he's gonna move to the wall and then fire another storm bolt at the pillars.
Okay. Where is there anywhere specific that you want to go? Or
Straight
just,
to the wall.
Just that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. you decide to experiment some more. And
Natural 20.
all right, well that'll do it. Let me see what range we have. 105 feet. It will respond. But go ahead and roll your critical damage.
Alright, let me grab my dice.
All right.
Where are they? There it is. $13. Points
13
damage.
13's the critical?
Yep. I didn't roll really well.
Okay, yeah, 13 off 40 10's a bit low, but hey, that can happen.
Yeah, I got a 1, a 3, a 4, and a 5.
Oh,
If I had
Well.
another D10, I'd probably get a 2.
not fantastic, but you deal the damage, and I mean it's a big hefty column, so you're not like exploding it to chunks with just that, but I mean it functioned. It responds, and a sonic boom focuses onto you. Make a con save. Hey, I rolled low too, so I'll join the club.
I got 16 again.
Right, half damage, so it's actually only 8, so 4 2. You only suffered 2 points of damage in the end. That was a terribly low roll here. Okay.
Out of curiosity, could Vapor see how the watching the pillar? Does the pillar do anything? Because he is looking at the pillar when he fires this. It got hit back. Like there are markings on it. Do the markings glow or anything like that?
There would be probably some little tracer running through those lines of the geometric patterns.
Okay.
Yeah, I would see like a moment of intensity.
Okay. I'm just wondering if there is something like that. So, just for him down the line to, once we're done with the combat, to try to see if he can figure out how to break these things.
We'll see
All right,
what
that's
we'll
his
see what you
turn.
can come up with that. Aygir, what about you? Any thoughts on this situation?
Well, I've just been going through my notes trying to figure out exactly what I have that could be most useful. Yeah, he's just gonna move over to where everyone else is for start, and then once again ready an attack with his lightning weapon. I think that's just gonna be what we're doing.
Okay, can you remind me what your speed is? Is it
It's 35.
is 35? Okay.
Yeah, he's got pretty much always has infiltrator mode on his arcane armor.
Infiltrator, that's it. Okay.
It increases his speed by 5 feet and gives him the lightning bow
crystal.
thing.
Yeah, cool.
Or well, the lightning launcher. His looks like a bow.
Sure. Okay, let's see if these creatures will be appearing now. No. All right, so here is what you all are noticing. There is a bit of sound and even noticeable disturbance of the rocky, gravelly ground right here. It seems that the things are getting close to the surface, but they're not appearing just yet. They're having really some slow going. So, incoming. Walykos, what do you do?
Second to actually look at the map here. So, could you show me what you were just pointing at? I wasn't looking at the map.
Right there, basically.
Is where it seems like they're going to surface.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to get up to the surface. It's just pretty slow going for them.
Okay. In that case, I would like to ready an action to shoot with my staff of the White Raven, and
Okay.
I would like to move. If you could, let me move in front of Vapor. That's all I want to be
All
in
right.
front of him.
You are readying the radiant strike,
Blast.
or
Yep.
the radiant ray, or whatever you want to flavor that. And Nokki.
I will ready to throw one of Walykos' stones, and let's see. I'll just move up a little bit. I'll just move right behind Vapor, actually. Well, actually, yeah, that's actually, yeah, I'll do that, actually. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you
next
get
to
a
Walykos.
clear shot right there anyways.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. It's a good
Okay.
call. Yeah, so I'll do that.
Readied, and Vapor, you're in your third round of your resistance.
Yeah.
How many rounds of resistance does he get?
I get
1
10.
minute.
10. It's a minute.
1
Yeah.
minute. Okay.
Yeah. That's a really good one to roll when you're in the middle of an
Yeah,
encounter.
like especially in here.
Well, there's some pretty crazy ones on that table. He could get all his like spell points back, like sorcery points. Like there's
Wait,
there's some
one
that
that
just-
gives you all your sorcery points back?
that
That's
100.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
basically like free spell slots without having to do like a long rest and stuff.
Yeah, but again, it's so random. You can't control that. Like you could give yourself advantage, but that's a 2% chance.
Just get a like a custom magic item from a DM that just lets you choose.
Yeah, sure. If the DM wants to do that, then he can give you all
The
kinds
helmet
of
of
powers.
less wild magic.
Real talk though, it could be like a legendary like artifact item or something for like a level 20 sorcerer.
Sure, and the DM could just be like, "Hey, you can just regain all your spell slots once per day too." Like, like whatever.
Right.
They
Is
could
there,
do
is there an
anything.
item where it's like you roll twice on the random wild search table and pick which one you want?
Oh, that'd be interesting. That'd be
It's
kind
not
of
an
cool.
item; it's just a feature. It's literally the Wild Tides of Chaos.
Oh, that's already a feature.
Oh, is that already?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Controlled Chaos, 14th
Okay.
level.
I've
you
played
gain
Wild
a-
Magic Sorcerer. I really like the class, but
Yeah.
I haven't gotten up to that level with it.
Yeah, Controlled Chaos lets you roll twice and use either number, so that
Cool.
way you can,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, be strategic.
Nice. I really like Sorcerer. It's one of my favorite 5e classes.
The sad thing was you could never force the change, the chaos, until you got that item from Tasha's guide, which is
Right.
really amazing. Because now you actually feel like a wild magic sorcerer when you're using these
Yeah,
wild magic
that's
sorcerers.
my-
Well, you
my
were always a
main
wild magic
disappointment.
sorcerer. Now you're just one who can actually like do it on command.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
That's my
actually
main
forgot about
disappointment.
how many
Yeah,
is
basic my
basic-
class had.
the like
Yeah, I
I'm
feel like
not
the,
just-
using
the
now.
sorcerer with that item basically wakes up one day and it's like, all right, today I will be wild. The next day, today I will not be wild.
All right. I think he. Let me see. Do I want to use a spell? Probably will, but I think. I think I'm just going to ready a store bolt. And throw it at whatever construct shows up next.
Okay. You have readied your Stormbolt. Aygir.
Yeah. Well, kind of the same general thing until we find out what's exactly going to happen.
I mean, the acid puddle seems a little better now that you know where they're going to appear. If you are still fancying that.
That might be something to cover a retreat if we have to. I think he's going to finish moving though, and then ready a lightning launcher attack once he's over by the rest of the people.
That brings us to creatures emerging from underneath the ground. Here they
Here we
come.
go.
1, 2, and 3 of them. So the first one appears.
I throw stones at it.
And it comes skittering out. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, stones. Go.
Now
I'll wait till
20.
I'll wait till it has no cover, Esper, and then I make my attack.
Sure.
It's roll. It's D20 plus 5, right? Or no,
Unfortunately,
it's
the
plus
way
8.
I said it was the first one he sees, and he just saw it, so I have
21 to hit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That hits,
Yeah.
and it's a D6 plus
D6
Something?
plus 5.
plus 5.
Range spell
Mhm.
attack. Okay. Oh
7
my.
damage.
Esper, I'm going to assume that a 26 will hit.
You have assumed correctly.
20 points of damage.
Okay. All right, there's a 20-point storm bolt.
12 points of radiant damage. I gain
All right.
advantage on the next attack roll I make against him within 1 minute.
So
Assuming
this
he's
thing
alive.
this thing just took 39 points of damage.
39. All right. It like emerges out and then just gets completely busted up to
Obliterated.
pieces.
Yeah.
It gets obliterated is what happens. Yeah.
The power of teamwork.
Stupid mech.
We now come to the second one emerging right behind it.
I'm surprised it still came out.
Well, these things aren't the smartest.
Yeah.
They have their functions.
They are not known for intelligence, no.
Yeah.
Was there any ready? Aygir, did you have a ready to attack?
Yes, he does, and he's going to make that now.
Yeah, go for it.
Respect for Aygir's beard set.
I don't know if it hits though. It's going to be a 14.
You hit it.
Okay, excellent. And because once per turn he can make it an extra d6, he's going to do the 2d6. So it's going to be a total then. It's pretty good, actually. Well, it's not the best, not worst. It's going to be a total of 10.
10? All right. So it's 10 lightning, is that right?
Yeah.
That works quite well. And actually that blast really jars the thing, visibly jars it. So you are remembering now, they're not really a very hefty construct. They just got this nice armoring that deflects off magic weapons.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
we're good.
I guess it attacks Walykos then. Wait, hold on. No. It doesn't
Very
attack
nice.
Walykos. It has
Sure.
it releases a surge of lightning along the ground, and the three of you need to make dexterity saving throws. Vapor, Nokki, Walykos.
Does a 12 make it?
Does not.
Okay.
What
Just-
about a
just-
14?
14 will be half damage.
Just checking. So I do have an ability called Danger Sense, where
Yep.
I get advantage on dex saves. Would this apply to that? Okay, just making sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Let me check something. Hold on.
There we go. Dex. Saving
I
throw.
am. What did you get, Walykos?
I got a
I got
12.
Alright, I'm gonna burn 2 sorcery points to Ben Luck.
To make yourself reroll.
No, to give you an extra d4.
Wait, what if I
don't-
want? What if I need it? I mean, I got a 20, but what if I needed that vapor? I have less health.
Sure.
Get
Yeah,
outta
this could
here.
matter.
You save for half,
Uh,
Nokki.
That's +4, so 16.
Yeah.
You do save for half then. So it's 12 damage reduced to only 6 lightning to each of you.
So 3 for Vapor.
Appreciate that. That helps.
I'm gonna. So after that, the Nokki will look at Vapor. Why didn't you help me? It shocked me too.
Vapor's gonna look at Nokki and go, "You were perfectly fine."
I don't feel
I hate to-
fine.
I hate to be the rules guy and all, but was that a reaction? And I think you already used your reaction on your
Oh,
attack.
I
So
did.
take your sorcery points back. I'll take the full damage. That's
Okay.
fine.
It's only 6
Way
more
to
damage.
be a rules
Yeah,
lawyer,
I mean-
Walykos.
Well, I want to be fair because I will call out rules in Esper's favor, but he will also respect me in this case.
No,
if I bring
think
a rule,
Yeah.
to him that's
no,
like
that's,
in our
that's the right
benefit.
call. That's the
No,
right
no,
call.
no,
Yeah.
you're right. No, it's a good call. I didn't catch
Yeah,
that, but
I
it's a good
completely
call.
forgot that's a reaction.
Esper's got
Yeah.
20 different things he's paying attention to. I'll try to catch anything that slips through.
Yeah. No,
And then-
thank
Thank
you
you.
for that.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate any co-DMing assistance anyone will offer up.
I
Yeah.
will give you nothing, Esper. No.
I know. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. All right. So
It's all good.
this third one comes out of its burrow, we'll call it, and snaps at Walykos with bronzen jaws. And you notice that it actually has a little scuff mark on it, as though it's trampled onto some spikes.
It's got little punctures in its little booty.
Yeah. It's got a 19 to hit.
19 will just about do it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This has some piercing and it has some lightning.
It's fine. Piercing and lightning, I don't resist.
Comes up to 8 damage total.
Got it. Yeah, it's hurting me. I'm definitely taking a lot of damage this fight. You've done a lot.
Same.
I'm not like about to fall down. I would definitely want a short rest after this battle.
Right.
I would like a short rest.
You've done probably over 100 damage to the party total.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that being said,
Or whether monsters have, you haven't.
Still a little bit more to come.
Yeah, and we're doing well. We just have to finish out the encounter.
Oh, I've just noticed that I actually got a couple of super chats.
Yes, I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, my apologies. Anyone who has given a donation, I really appreciate it. I just don't always notice because I'm focusing on so many things. So I do want to just quickly thank the real Holtzinator. Okay. A regular around these parts. He says, "Hi, Adam, Esper, Nick, Vince, and Warsor. Hope you're all well." Yes, I am doing quite well. I've been working like a maniac, just absorbed in my upcoming Monstrous Heroes. Yes, that is the theme song of my life. But I'm doing quite well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. Craig Morning says, "Greetings, Esper. Howdy, gentlemen. Loving the whole series. My own tabletop RPG system is almost ready for public playtesting. Working on it as I listen. Thanks for the inspiration." Wow, man, that's exciting. That's a ton of work. So good luck to you. And who knows, maybe me or one of the guys here would do a little bit of playtesting with you. All right, let's at least finish out this round. We've got a couple things to do here.
Yeah.
There is a perception check that needs to be made by our resident Artificer.
What kind of check?
Perception.
Okay. See if I see something about to attack me. I do not. Whatever the hell it is.
Your old friend Rusty is back.
Great.
Yeah.
That tracks.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And by tracks, I mean tracks me with its fucking glowing lamp eyes.
Yes.
Funny how he comes back just now. Almost like they can communicate with each other telepathically.
Right.
Does a 19 doesn't hit? Okay. Well,
It does not. My armor is now very good, thanks to all my various features.
Yeah.
You're our new tank.
Yeah, man. That
as
is
a half
really
caster.
Yeah, it's like we were talking. I might actually have the lowest hit points of the party.
I think I do actually.
No, I only have 60.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I'm 7 above
you're the
you.
deceptive. You're the healer that everyone thinks they can take out quickly, but it takes them twice as long to try and drop you.
Secretly, they should be attacking Nokki.
My Tuesday group is also very caster heavy, and also for them, their Artificer is like their front line guy, and he usually
That's
whoops a lot of ass.
actually fun fact. That's actually very similar in my campaign as well. We have an Artificer, and he's an Artificer cleric, but like more Artificer levels, and he just tanks everything.
I used to be tankier, but then this guy switched to being a D10 hit die class.
He brought a friend.
Barbarian showed up.
Yep. Make another perception check, Aygir.
So Esper, my concentration on the spike growth is fine. I checked for when you damage me.
24 on that one. I see whatever this is.
It got a 24 as well, so I'm going to give it in favor of the guy who you previously couldn't see, and you continue to not see him until he attacks you. Here we go.
I agree. We fine.
That's 23.
Oh, never mind.
All right, well, it hits.
All right, there is 12 plus 8, 20 damage to Aygir.
Jeez.
Oh.
Ouch. Okay, that was not great.
Oh. All right, you guys just drop some
assistance now.
Yeah, drop some fireballs over there or something. I don't know.
I'm just gonna run up to Aygir.
I did not roll the second spike throw, So they'll both have their second spike throw, but not with advantage.
You got this, Aygir.
A couple of 13s, so they are deflected off of your Aegis of impenetrability. We're on to Walykos now.
Thank goodness. All right, Walykos is going to try to take out. Let's focus on the one who looks like he took a little damage. The one
there.
the spike growth.
Yep.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. First, Esper. I'm just trying to see how possible. No, I was going to try and move to flank him, but I think I would leave the range of the first one. There's no way for me to get behind him without leaving one of their range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one would snap at you.
Is it worth it for the +2? I don't think these guys have that great armor. I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah?
All right, so
All right, living
I'm attacking.
dangerously. All right, it'll make a
that's-
bite at you. Snap.
no, I said I wasn't doing that.
Oh, you're not doing that. Okay.
No, I said I wasn't. No, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I'll
Make
save
the
whatever I
attack.
rolled on that d20 for the next time a d20 gets rolled for.
Yeah, Esper,
I mean,
Esper's just like, oh, you're not
sure.
doing that? He's still attacking you.
He had opportunity
Um,
attacks you just for thinking about it.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
I assume is good on
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, their
Go ahead
AC
and-
is actually not that great. It's lower than you would think it would be. I'm actually a little surprised myself, but they're a minor, like a lesser minor construct.
12 bludgeoning
12.
and a little piercing damage. If it matters, all magical.
12. Okay.
Also,
That
another
might
small
actually
super chat.
destroy it.
that would be great if it does, because I have a second attack.
Hold on, which one? You're attacking this one here?
The one that was damaged.
You nearly destroy it. You hit the thing and like part of a plating like bends and like almost snaps off.
Mm-hmm. Of course. I will then go ahead and smack again on the same one, just to try and drop him.
All right.
And I'll leave the other one to Nokki. So, go ahead and smack. Oh yeah, that's 28 to hit.
All right. You batter the first one mightily, whirl about,
Yeah.
and come in with a second strike and demolish it.
Cool.
It falls to the ground and
I would then like
skitters
to
its
use
last.
my movement to position myself to the bottom south of the one that's still alive. That way, Nokki can move and get flanking if he so chooses.
Thank
All right,
you.
Nokki.
I would like to choose to not get flanking. No, just
That's up.
Oh.
That's you.
now I will. I'll pull out a. Let me think. I think hand axes and javelins are the same. So I'll just, with damage wise, I'll just pull out a hand axe.
Okay.
And I will. Yeah, like I was thinking about raging, but like we're almost done, and like I don't want to waste my rage. So.
Are we almost done? I don't know.
Well, I mean, like even if we're not, like I'm not gonna. I don't.
Oh.
I don't think I'll need it.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's a long rest versus a short rest. Yep.
Exactly, yeah. So I will just attack with my hand axe, but I will do a reckless attack with it, so I'll get advantage +2.
Okay.
Yeah, we're close on time, but I don't know how many more enemies there are.
Exactly. I think
But
that there might be
I
a
think
little
we
bit
might
more
be able to
around.
contend with these guys in the next couple minutes at least.
So this is going to be. So the first roll is a 22, which I think hits. And
Easily
let me just
hits
check if
there.
I get a critical. I almost got a 19 on the second roll, but alright. So then I do. Let's see.
Nokki, I have a
1d6.
question for you.
Ooh.
Is that a magical hand axe?
Oh, that's a good point.
I think it is not.
No, it's not.
The
Are they
disappointment in your
immune to
eyes
it?
tells me it's not.
No, they're not.
But your claws definitely count as
Sparks.
magical at your level.
I'm not raging. I only have claws when I'm raging.
They only come out when you rage. Okay, sparks fly off of the thing,
So-
and it has some kind of magical protection. And your hand axe, alas, does no better than a dry leaf.
You still have a magic stone. You could
I
step
was gonna-
back
yeah.
and toss a magic stone at
Yeah.
it. At least
Yeah,
do
but then-
damage. Esper, you're. Oh yeah.
Nah, man. If I realized that, I wouldn't have even attacked with my hand. I don't think I can do that though because I don't think I have enough things to just like drop a hand axe and then pull out the stone.
Well, you still have the stone. Can't you just chuck it? Like you never put it away, to my knowledge. Oh
Can
well,
do
I
that
guess.
Can I do that
okay.
from 5-foot range?
Well, I guess because you have a shield. Sorry, I was thinking you had two hands.
Yeah, I always forget that he's using a shield as well.
Yeah. So yep,
Yeah.
let it ride.
I mean,
It
that's
was a
all I can do.
valiant effort, Nokki, but the thing is warded wonderfully so.
And Nokki
And-
wouldn't know that either, so that
Yeah.
kind of fits what you would try.
Let's
Yep,
get
that's
over
my
to
turn.
Vapor and let's see if Vapor has something to.
Telepathically, I
do.
say normal weapons won't hit it. You need magic weapon.
Tell me that now.
I didn't think you were gonna use your axe on it.
Ugh.
You're clawing it at before like a beast.
Well, my claws kind of went away. I after eating that good berry, I felt a little bit better.
Let's see if we can get through this round here kind of quickly.
Yeah.
All right,
Go for it.
I'll be
Vapor?
quick because I already know what Vapor's doing.
Yeah.
He's gonna look up to with the two new constructs up at the top
Blow
and
'em up.
lightning bolt.
Okay, that's a thing.
Can you zap them both?
I can zap them both, and
ahead-
he's
go ahead and
getting
give
the
it a roll.
pillar as well behind it, so I will be needed to make probably save.
Oh gosh.
Well, I
Alright.
mean, that's okay. Do a bunch of damage to the pillar. Maybe you'll actually break it.
That is not good. There's a bunch of ones in that.
We'll add it all together. Let's see what we got.
They don't have a ton of hit points. They have like 30-ish.
And maybe the pillar only had like 10 hit points left. We don't know.
23.
23 damage. Okay, so
Still respect.
let's see. I think I'll just say the pillar doesn't have any way of succeeded against that. That doesn't.
I was going to say,
it doesn't-
I'm pretty
that-
sure it would fail.
yeah,
a
that
dex
wouldn't make-
save.
And
that wouldn't
no
make any sense.
search.
No what magic
No
search.
wilds.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 23 to those two, eh? All right, so I'm gonna roll on number 1 and then on number 3.
Okay.
Number
DC, I
1
believe,
comes
was
up with
16.
that's a fail. It's like a 12, and then the next one is even worse. So you have destroyed this one, which is I have it marked as number 1. This one's been destroyed.
Wham!
And then the other one, which had not had any damage yet, takes 23, which is a pretty strong hit against its rusty self. And indeed, the pillar will retaliate against you. Make a con save against a
I
focused
rolled
sonic
already.
wound.
I got 19 total.
All right, you succeed for half
Ah.
damage.
Which then gets halved again because
12,
of your...
13, 6, 3. You take only 3.
Yep.
All right.
Man, that's so good right now.
Yeah,
that's
that
really
was the
good.
only one of the reasons why I did that instead of trying to shatter it.
I
Might
get
as
it.
well.
I can tank it a little bit better now. And then I am going to spend 2 sorcery
Oh.
points to quicken spell.
Okay.
Oh.
And
Stormbolt.
Stormbolt. I'm debating on which he wants to take out, which is the bigger threat.
This little guy's nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
the little guy's nothing, so he's going to go for the.
the spikes from these guys actually did some significant
Yeah,
damage.
they can do some damage, so he's going to try to
Yeah, if
take.
they can get the sneak attack off, it's a good hit.
Yeah.
How's a 24 to hit?
Yeah. Yep. Even with half cover or whatever he's got there, you'd hit him.
Well, pop, pop.
That's only 9 points of damage, unfortunately.
So
I mean,
you,
on top of 23.
Yeah, you damage him further. He's still standing though. All right. Let's go to Aygir.
Okay, so he's going to move as far as he can to the left on the map there, to try and get some cover behind that wall.
Mm-hmm.
Can you move a little bit up too? Yeah, just to not get any more of those knives thrown at him. And then, using Artifice as he does, using his spell focus built into his built-in armor weapons, he's going to cast a 3rd level Cure Wounds on himself, while muttering something along the lines of, you things are too sharp.
You punk. You're not helping us, you're just looking out for yourself.
I mean, he's taken like almost 50 damage. No, over 50 damage.
Wah. I'm sorry, look at us over here who've taken like 80 damage.
Okay, he heals
Vapor's
himself.
the only one who looks perfectly fine for the most part.
Right, he heals himself for 18 and says, I have more of this. I have to be back over there in a moment.
Yeah, we're giving you shit.
Oh, I know. But you kind of should, but also...
For sure.
He was focusing on attacking.
Walykos, ready for another bite?
I am.
He's got a 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
That'll do. 6, 8. 8 damage total. It snaps its lightning-infused jaws. The wounded one up there, the wounded construct up there, is going to take this opportunity to do a bunch of moving. You hear its footsteps moving at a quick pace away.
Can we assume it's dashing then?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
With how fast it's moving.
Yes.
Yep.
Walykos.
alright, let's try and finish this guy off, and then let's retreat into the room, at least, of the elevator. Even if we don't use it, we can use it as cover and a rest space. So... attacks on the thing. Here we go. Esper, I'm assuming 27's good enough. Slapping it for a lot of damage. Let's see, that's 13 plus 5. 18 damage on the first hit. Assume
Crunch. It
crunch.
is defeated.
Alright, and then no
it
more
there.
targets, I assume.
No more immediate targets. And if you guys are planning on
We should
going
fall
back
back.
going back into there for some cover and kind of regrouping, we'll just
Yeah.
move it onto that and kind of wrap things up here.
Yeah, I assume that they're not going to push their attack. They're not really at an advantage if we fall back into there.
All right, so you all fall back into a defensive, strategic location, and as you go back in, you notice a detail that just got overlooked until coming back in now. There is a plate, like a placard or a sign on the wall, and it says, "This is in giant script."
Giant.
Right?
Yeah.
But the way that this would translate is Area X. X as in they hadn't fully named something yet.
Yeah, they were still building this down here. It's a unfinished complex, it sounds like.
Yeah. So this is where
Okay.
you are. You guys are in Area X.
Interesting.
We'll wrap up there. I'm not going to give out milestones yet. I'm going to hold off
No.
until you kind of do everything you're going to do, and then I'll just give a big lump together. So,
Yeah, even for Nick, sorry, we wouldn't have a long rest, so you wouldn't level up anyways. So,
Right.
yeah. We'll get
but
it.
I could just do a long rest while you guys finish the dungeon.
Yeah, well, then
sounds
you
like a
don't get
wonderful plan.
milestones.
Sounds like a wonderful plan.
And when the giant crawling horror crawls up from behind us, it eats you first. Yeah.
All right.
All right, so thank you very much, guys, for playing. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Oh, looks like there's another super chat as well. I don't know how to say your name. Perkway. I am probably butchering that. Thanks for the couple pounds. Esper, your ranking videos are fantastic. Well, thank you so much. I recently made a new one. It had been a while since I'd done one. So I missed it. I missed doing them. I just need to find a new, I don't know. They've lost some of their traction, so I need to find a new angle with them, I think. We'll see what I can do. We'll pause things there. Again, thanks for gaming, guys. Good session.
Yeah. Thanks for running the session. It's been too long.
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Glad that we got to do some more
Way too
dungeon
long.
diving. Dungeon diving is always fun.
Absolutely.
After the last few sessions, I was ready to get back into the dungeon with story meaning to it as well.
Yeah.
All we need is a dragon now. That's all we
Oh
need.
yeah.
All right, well, we'll look forward. I'll look forward to continuing with the delving of the dungeon next session. See everyone in a couple weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
All right.